watching and waiting, always orchestrating.
I'm back here.
I was muted. I'm ready. Yeah.
Gosh, we're going
I think that was actually Kill Switch's.
No, that wasn't me. That
wasn't you. Oh, okay. Never mind. Sounded like someone was fighting a bear.
Let's see. Well, hello everyone. That's Discord in the capture window. Bye-bye. Wait, hello. I hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic evening. I think it's time to get into our recap.
Zimbers, now the chosen time has come.
Yes.
Excellent. It's been what, 2 weeks? What did we do? We left Larrick's Refuge and we went
through the mountain pass.
Oh, hello.
Come in.
Amanda, you've gone full robot.
Through the mountain and
then you vanished.
Yeah, and fought some goats. Did we fight goats?
Yes, we fought ghosts and they rocked our socks.
I mean,
Thank you.
We already had to tap one of the shores already.
Yeah, I mean, not damage-wise, but disease-wise.
Yeah. Exploding things, maybe not be. We learned a valuable lesson that day.
A lesson I think we probably should have learned, like, session 2.
Well, I mean, because yeah, it's true. Everybody went into melee anyways. I don't know if it was session 2.
We didn't have much of a
when
choice.
we went to Gates Pass the first time, the stuff exploded on us, but everybody made their rolls. So,
right until the end.
Right until the end, when I had to, we had to ride back like the wind. So this is just true. This is a lesson I think everyone should have learned before. If they've got the plague, don't deal the melee final blow.
I was in the back, so
they'll explode on you, and it's messy, and it'll make you get sick, and then
after that die. We started going through the wilderness.
Oh my gosh! And we found out about the awful plague clouds that just kind of hang out in areas and places, and then the weather turned, and we discovered that they're plague storms.
Giant wasps.
Oh yeah, I'm less concerned about the giant wasps.
Pretty concerned about the giant wasps. They're egghells.
I mean, there's levels to these problems, right?
Yeah, exactly. There are levels to the problems. The giant wasps are a problem, but raining actual plague is a little bit harder to avoid than the wasp.
I can shoot a wasp.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, I can attack a wasp.
I can't shoot the rain.
I mean,
are you sure you've tried?
What's the ruling on attacking weather pattern?
Mortis used Eldritch Blast. It wasn't very effective. Outside of your current purview, I'd say. Well, maybe someday.
Now I'm just imagining the Rains in Africa song, except for you're like shooting the rain with Eldritch magic.
I'm blasting the rains.
We need someone to bless
whatever place we are. But
we do need someone to bless the rain. This is true.
Yeah. Get a rain click.
And then you, after you noticed the storm, you tried to duck for cover in a cave.
Yes, not just any cave.
A cave with a
bear.
Something.
Bear.
Oh, yeah.
Bear, there bear.
And his corpse best friend.
Oh yeah, and his definitely not insanity friend. Yeah, definitely not insane.
Everyone needs a friend, even if they're all alone.
He's definitely okay upstairs and shouldn't worry about horrible.
But that
flights.
werebear we learned was a former runner. He was exiled
Yes.
because he got the
He
lycanthropy.
turned into a werebear. Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
he got exiled.
So we know how they butter our bread if that shit happens.
This was, of course, all after you beat the living crap out of him, knocked him unconscious, and tied him up.
Oh
Hey.
yeah, well I mean, glossed
He didn't
over
give
some
us-
details.
He didn't give us any options.
To be fair, if I was utterly convinced someone was there to kill me, I'd fight. Maybe that's just me.
Just surprised to wake up again.
Pretty much. Hence, divulging all of that fantastic information, that juicy information about your former hunter team, and
Yep.
the rest of his runner team being exiled for becoming lycanthropes after fighting off the same lycanthropes that attacked you guys.
After saving the town, they got kicked off out.
Yeah, how does that...
Thanks.
I think that's a
Vampire
good place to resume it, is as all of that is settling in on you guys, that you've been told that they were basically kicked out for saving the town.
Well, to be fair, that doesn't actually bother Mike Seda at all, because unless they can master their change, they're raving lunatic monsters that tear people apart.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, that's logical. They're lucky they didn't just kill them. But I don't know how everyone else feels about that.
How very sociopathic of you.
Hey, it's a magical disease. I don't know how it works in this world, but I probably should.
The town is already dealing with one magical disease thing.
This is true.
We don't need to break out of lycanthropy, turning everyone into raging monsters that tear each other apart every once in a great while. Yeah. It's like, here, let's just introduce rabies. It's fine.
But I think after this, 10-minute conversation that you guys had with him last session, he's sort of wiggling around with his arms tied behind his back, and he looks up across each of you that are standing near him, and he goes, I never did get to finish my breakfast.
Has the spell worn off?
Oh, is he transformed still? No, he's not.
No. Friendship.
Charm.
Friendship.
Yeah,
Friendship.
friendship. He has something on him. No, I think it was charm person. Don't you have charm person?
It was one of the two. I don't remember which, but it is. We can say at this point it's worn off, and he doesn't seem
Charm
like
person,
he's going to
it's
be
the friendship spell.
hostile. He's well aware that you've charmed him. You did tell him.
Yes.
He's well aware that you were just trying to calm him down, and he seems accepting of that, although hungry.
No, that's fine.
There is now cold stew on the table in the other room.
It's still it's.
That's
the
assuming
rain started.
None of you have eaten it. Yeah, I'd say the rain started probably about 20 minutes ago, and it's hammering down pretty hard.
Mortis will move towards it. Oh, I can't see in the dark.
Oh. Did I give you control of the torch? I can do that. Let me do that.
I'm not gonna have the torch in front. I just want to be near the entrance in case fucking tentacles start coming in or some shit like that. I'll be there to scream so everyone can know to do something.
Give it a shot. You should be able to move the torch now.
Why?
There we go.
I'm just now imagining tentacles. Why are there tentacles? I don't know. This is not a natural phenomenon.
Not at all.
Just screaming at the entrance.
No one knows why. It just screams.
Yeah, the water outside is definitely starting to pool in some places as you peer through the rain while still standing 3-4 feet back of Mortis.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long one.
Hey, at least we got a tarp on that door. Over that door. Probably helps keep some of the water out.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not going to be able to leave until the morning, so... I guess the question is, what do you guys do in the meantime?
Anybody got hold on a second, deck of cards or something?
Should we untie him?
Oh, I thought we were going to. If he's yeah, the whole thing was we were going to wait till after the spell dropped, and once he was made sure that he wasn't going to rage out again, we would untie him. So, if he is calm and the spell is dropped, then
Perfectly
I will untie
calm.
him.
Although this might not surprise you, Seda, given your experience with lycanthropes, he also seems not particularly worse for wear, despite having had the crap beat out of him.
Basically, completely healed. What?
No, that's not a thing that ever happens.
No.
And he doesn't seem to hold a grudge, at least against any of you. Maybe the town.
Well, that's understandable. Could you imagine like going from like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I'm doing great jobs from a town helping us survive, to you're kicked the fuck out because you got turned into a lycanthrope. But bye. Without having any previous knowledge of anything going on, that's a big betrayal. Our group is pretty jaded. So.
I mean, it does beg the question if they, his entire runner team even knew what a lycanthrope was before that mission.
Probably not.
So, that's a whole thing. But, I don't remember if any of you have any gaming sets on you.
I do not.
As a reminder, one of the things that you guys had discussed with him was the way forward, and he had talked about a ravine up ahead.
And the bridge was broken.
And to one end it was the wasp hive, and to the other it was the mountain range that would take a lot longer to climb through.
Yep. In the center of the arena is a plague cloud.
So
it's about a mile and a half long, 80 feet wide.
Give or take.
Yeah. And one end has a mountain range, the other end has the hive. So yeah.
It's up to you guys if you feel like you need to discuss a way over or around that, or if you're going to wait until you get there.
Well, I mean, I guess this is the perfect time to discuss.
I mean, unless
What do you
anybody
guys-
has fly, we're probably going to be going towards the hive.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to climb a mountain, but I don't necessarily know that.
Well, if I had a guarantee that the mountain would be safest, but after this rain, mountain climbing.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be wonderful. There'll be so many landslides and.
Yeah.
Not even to mention the plague goats that attacked you that came from
Yeah.
the mountain.
All the animals on it, like, at least they're going towards the death bees. We know what we're going towards.
Yeah, the wasps are definitely the devil we know. We can prepare for them. We can have a plan to deal with them. We can go in there knowing what we're dealing with versus the mountains where we have no idea and it'll take a long time anyway, even if there is nothing.
But yeah, that'd be great.
What do you think, Amet and Sterling? You want to weigh in?
I'm all for climbing.
You
Well,
would
the mountain
be.
wouldn't necessarily be like just climbing. We would have to. We'd be passing over difficult terrain. You'd be a lot of like upward hiking, not necessarily always climbing. If we did do rope work, like I don't know how many. Hold on a second. I think I have a climbing kit. I think that's it. But without having like more than one set of that and pitons, we wouldn't have enough gear to make it over a mountain like that.
I forgot about, having all the stuff.
Okay, let's see. I only have 10 pitons, which is not enough for like safe for any long distance, and not to mention like the cold that it may or may not get the higher up we go. I mean, we could do it. It would just take us probably like 4 times as long and be dangerous. And if someone fell, they fell.
And the other question is that time that you have?
Mm-hmm. The longer we take doing this, the whole war thing.
A bit of a bitter moon looming over Larrick's refuge.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see anyone else doing a better job than we are, so.
Although I do sort of kind of feel like this is a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
This thing might not even be there anymore.
Yeah, well. I get a feeling it is, because if someone else had grabbed it, we'd have another chosen on the list of the beast man, the beast controller, or something
Oh.
like that. You know what I mean?
Fair.
An item like that isn't really something that someone steals and keeps quiet. Although I don't know, I'm not a thief or anything.
Well, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys have at your disposal magic-wise? Like,
I've warmed up
Me.
the stew if anyone wants any.
oh. I imagine we're actually all
Let's see.
kind of hungry because it is, like,
It's
dinner
evening.
time.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't really have anything that can help me deal with a bunch of wasps all at once. I don't have any giant explosions or anything.
Yeah.
I can hide us or whisper behind them.
I mean, I
I was
can
going to go get some stew.
Okay.
I can engage from a very safe distance, but that only really helps me, not you guys.
Yeah. We can also, like, bait them out. Like, it might require, like, a couple days of, like, trying to hunt and gather things, perhaps? To make a lure to lure them away.
Do wasps have any kind of like scent or honey or something we could use to?
That's what I meant by a lure.
Well, I mean, like to use to put on us so they don't.
Oh, to make us smell like them?
Yeah, I mean, I know bees do, but I'm not sure about hornets or wasps or anything. Just let the internet know I am role-playing someone who doesn't know about nature. I personally know more about this.
I mean, feel free to make a nature check if you'd like to see if you can figure it out. Anyone
Oh, my
who's in the
nature
conversation.
check is garbage, but I'll
Hey, sometimes when you check the garbage, there's treasure in there, so you never know.
yeah,
14.
that's garbage.
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is that chances are any like pheromones or anything else that they might have, you'd probably have to get from them.
Yeah, we'd have to kill one to...
Which begs the question of how do you do that? Back to the original conversation.
Yeah, you'd have to get
Right.
one alone. But I mean, even at that point, unless like they feel threatened or are hungry, like they're also just dicks. So like that could go right out the window. But
Highly territorial.
yep.
That's part of the reason why I stay here, is they keep everything else away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And if I don't get too close to them, they don't get too close to me.
Yep. And going close to their home would be considered a no-no.
It would.
Well-
I lied. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I lied about being able to hide us. I don't have bat fur.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we're looking at the wasp then.
Yeah, unless we can figure out a way to make a bridge.
The only way we could make a bridge would have to go down through the ravine and up the other side, right?
Not necessarily. But I don't think.
What, you mean like shooting a arrow with a rope or something like that?
Into a tree and having someone climb over? That's possible. We have a lot of rope to be able to do that. But
I really
yeah.
don't think an arrow in a tree would keep like not all of us, but I don't
we
know.
just need to send one person over to anchor.
Yeah, but even then, I'm not sure if
Well, if it doesn't, I don't know if it helps, but usually after a big storm like this, it floods the ravine.
Really? Maybe that does help. Floods it with plague. Maybe it doesn't. Never mind.
But if we make a boat, or like a raft, and we just need to send one person over to anchor something down on the other side,
Right.
and then we can legit just do a standing pull boat.
Yeah.
That's easy. It's easy enough. It doesn't need to be big enough for everybody. It just needs to be big enough for the horse.
Well, how about this? We
Wait,
got
the horse is
two,
magic.
like-
It doesn't even need to be big enough for the horse.
We
This
can.
needs to be big enough for Sterling. Go ahead.
I guess we can put a pin on these things until we can lay eyes on what it's like tomorrow, and then choose from there. We can go to the ravine and lay eyes on it and see if it's, if it's a festering pile of wiggly tentacles. We might,
Decide not to do it.
yeah, and then check out the wasps. I mean, we know that we have to go by the wasp nest, but we don't know if we have to go through it or around it or.
Oh, the way that the nest sits, it's not something you'd have to pass directly through.
Just near.
Just near. Though that entire area, I'd say, is their territory. A few miles around it, they hunt and defend with great aggression.
Ah, we'll be on their turf. Gotcha.
How long would it take to skirt the wasps?
Entirely, with having absolutely no chance of encountering them, I'd say probably the better part of a week. Certainly faster than going through the mountain.
My thought, just let me throw this by you. We have to come back.
Ah, you know what? See, this is why we have a ranger, guys.
So, if we're gonna go a dangerous way because we want to save time, then we have to come back the dangerous way because we want to save time. Now, we're not going to be putting that helmet on our heads. If we were, those bees wouldn't be a problem.
We're not?
Are we? We're not supposed to. I don't want it. Can't take it off.
Well, I'm just gonna be totally logical here. They want the skull for this war.
Yeah.
If one of us puts it on, they're not going to get mad at us because, I mean, well, they'll get mad, but they're not going to exile us because they need whoever wears it.
Because you got the helmet, yeah. Or
'Cause
they'll
we got the
kill you and
helmet.
take it.
Yeah, that's true
Or
too.
that
But we're also really the only agents they have to do stuff like this. At least they're willing to expend.
Yeah.
I remember being expendable.
Yeah, this is kind of why that's why I'm talking about it here.
So it
If
sounds,
we
sounds to me, just based off of what I'm hearing, they're more likely to kill you if you put it on. If they can.
Yeah.
if we give it to them though, I mean it'll be great for now. But if in the future there's anyone ever wants to change anything, they're gonna have to deal with that skull in their hands.
Also, just like, I don't. Magic is weird. It may not be a thing that you get to put on. It may be a thing that picks you're worthy of, that kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Or it picks you. Like, also, I'm gonna say this, and Seda points to their werebear friend. He is more worthy to wear something that controls beasts than a vampire is. A vampire isn't even alive.
Yeah.
So whether or not that it would work on them, I don't know.
Are you making the case to wear the skull yourself?
No, I don't want to wear the skull.
Okay, hey, I'm just joking, just trying to lighten the air here.
Well, I mean, if I could take the damn thing off, then you'd be like, yeah, let's wear it. But no, I don't want that on my head for the rest of forever.
Well, look, if you put the skull on, I'll do your fashion shopping. I'll dress you up. It'll look cool. Don't worry about it. We'll get you some nice black leathers, some bones dangling from some string, like cut from like a ligament of a kill.
I'm also imagining that it's just this large, cumbersome thing.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, if it commands animals, then it has to be big and like badass looking, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Sterling picks a piece of licorice out of his pack and chucks it at Immortus.
okay.
What? I'm just being real here.
Although I will say this now, if it's antlers, we might have something to talk about at that point.
All right. Just to be clear, everyone knows these vampires are not my favorite people. We've talked about this before.
I don't want to
as
give it to them either.
Well, if you don't, well, then we can talk about this on the way then. But
Yeah.
whatever we decide, I'm down, giving it to them or not, because I'm just saying I'm not gonna stab anyone in the back or anything. Whatever we decide to do, I'm aboard. I'll just deal with it later.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd be curious from my perspective, if, as you presume, the vampires couldn't wear it, would they not just give it to someone they thought was loyal who could?
Probably. But so I don't know. Like I haven't really read much in stories, but I'm just thinking what I know about animals. I feel like there's more to it than just putting it on and commanding them. That's all. Like I don't feel like I don't feel like there's magic that exists in this world that is so all encompassing that you just put a hat on and suddenly every beast listens to you. There's got to be a certain part of who you are, what willpower involved, or life force, or something. There has to be something else that goes along with it, or lots and lots of things died to make it. I guess I don't know. I feel like there has to be more to than just putting it on and it works.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the fact that it you can't take it off, so it bonds with you is what I mean, is that incorrect? Magic and I are at a weird relationship.
That's what we were told, yeah.
Okay. But if it bonds with you like that, if it's something you cannot remove, isn't that indicative of it? And what its relationship to you now is?
Well, yeah. Typically things like that are referred to as curses.
Yeah.
Becoming a part of you permanently like that, you kind of, if it's a big skull, it kind of marks you magically as one of the beasts. You know, you're wearing the head.
So, okay, so we'll go with your magic there, and I'll talk about nature a little bit, as our sometimes furry friend can probably attest to. Beasts sometimes controls you. So what is to keep the person who's wearing that helm from becoming a beast?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. These are just concerns I have because I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so those are
typically,
all my insecurities about it.
Curses like this are like the easy way to power, you know?
Okay.
If you want to have like a sword or something that kills anything in its path, but also doesn't make you a bloodthirsty murderer, requires a lot more magical stuff than just
putting it on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
so we have a lot to think about.
I think Dagar steps over to you, Amet, and hands you a bowl of stew. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Dagar, the werebear guy, hands you a bowl of stew. If you take it, he offers it to you.
Yeah, I take it. I'd say thanks.
Mortis looks at everyone else with a raised eyebrow.
He starts just handing out the stew.
Oh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Can't say I've exactly had guests in a while.
Well, I mean, it's kind of understandable.
The Mortis will step away from the entrance as he removes his mask to eat.
Oh, that's fair.
That is a good point. We do have to take our masks off to eat. Seda removes their mask and sits down and eats some stew. There's a lot of big questions I don't have answers to.
It sounds like we'll have
Yeah.
plenty of time to think about it, though.
I know it's only been a few years, but tell me, are the stewards still the same?
They are, aren't they? As far as I know.
You want to take that question, Sterling?
That's actually, yep.
They have not changed for many years, as far as I know.
You know, when I was in the refuge, I often wondered how they were selected for their position.
Huh. You
Yeah,
know,
I wondered
never-
the same thing.
They've always just kind of been there.
Yeah, they're both effectively old enough to have been there for all of your entire lives.
Yep. Well, and I know one of them's a fucking vampire, so like.
That's probably not common knowledge, though.
Oh, you're right. Well then fine. That's actually like, well, yeah. Then I guess this is what Siddle's saying. I mean, with one of them being a vampire, like a long period of time is nothing to that particular individual.
I always assumed they were all vampires.
Nope. Only one of the stewards is a vampire.
Just monsters, then.
You have to. You need someone to function during the day.
And I can guess which one the vampire is.
Cranky McGrumpface, yeah.
You know, she always seemed cold to me.
Yes, and I have surprised that there's some emotion there, but it is what's the word I'm looking for? Stilted?
Muted.
Yeah, stilted, muted, just very. I'm guessing. I don't know how long she has been in the position she's in, but I imagine it's been for a long time, and I imagine they've had to do some very questionable things, and that has given them a hard edge. Not excuse for their existence, just reasons, I suppose. Understanding your foe helps you fight them.
To be sure. I don't think any of us were runners long enough to really know before she probably would have become a vampire.
Yeah.
And whatever fiasco that was when she was still a runner, I imagine. Although they don't exactly talk about that much.
I would guess. Maybe particularly... that just brings to mind how they test. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like any of this. These are big questions that I tend to usually avoid thinking about.
You know, they said that their last mission where she lost her entire team was outside the valley.
Huh.
She came back the sole survivor and ended up a steward. So maybe it's been the whole time.
Oh, there are so many layers of conspiracy that I never used to think about until meeting you, and Seda looks at Immortus. But what if that wasn't really a sole survivor thing, more along the lines of the one that was told to come back?
One final test.
Yep.
Certainly paints a dark picture, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. They eat people.
Makes you
We're-
wonder
we're-
how the other became a
with-
steward. Lycus. He certainly never seemed nearly as cold.
No. But there could have just been things that they did to survive. people they protected. A certain act of heroism in front of multiple people, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe because maybe the town cares a little bit more, so you have to have a little bit of the softer side in order to keep the cattle from uprising.
Yeah. You can't, if you just go out into the herd and start knocking heads off, the cow's going to be spooked. I assume I'm not. It seems that way.
Yes. If you want to have not terrified food to eat, you do it quickly or you do it carefully.
Well,
Okay.
there's plenty of dried meat and some grated vegetables over there. I think it's time for me to lie down.
All right.
You know, and he sort of smiles. Getting beaten into unconsciousness really takes it out of you.
That's what they say.
Say that I already dealt with that pseudo apology. I'm not gonna apologize again.
It typically isn't fun.
Well, do we want to take a watch just in case? Set up a watch order?
Probably. Yes.
Probably. Good. It sounds like a good idea. I'll take first watch. Blunk. Blunk.
That's totally fair. I think as you guys all lay out your bedrolls and settle in for a night's rest in this cave, Seda, on your first watch, you're sitting sort of just on the other side of this like tarp that's been what's the word? Used to cover the entrance. You can see water, definitely like this like brackish crimson red water pooling at the very base of the entrance. So you sort of keep your feet away from that, I'm certain.
What direction does the mouth of the cave go? Down or
down? Yeah.
Because we got shovels. Like if I need to dig a little trench or whatever, I can dig a trench.
It doesn't seem like it's gonna get too far into the cave. It's just like really at the entrance right below the tarp. Okay. But if it's something that you were to see flooding, you could certainly start working on it right away.
Yeah.
As you're sort of sitting here looking out at the tarp, maybe even past it occasionally, you see the flashes of lightning in the distance.
Yeah.
You sort of get this cold feeling. This is not going to be a particularly fun journey.
Nope. It's gonna be pretty
Lightning
rough.
isn't red too, is it?
The lightning isn't
Was
red.
it?
I mean, it is tinted red since the rain is kind of red. So whether or not it's because of the rain or because of its own redness is a different story. But as the lightning flashes again, you could almost swear you see a large shape on the other side of the tarp. And when it flashes again and it's gone. Again, the shape, large, humanoid, and then it flashes again and it's gone.
Interesting. Are you just laughing at the chillness of which?
Humanoid approaching. Interesting.
Over the course of the rest of your watch, the humanoid shape doesn't seem to reappear.
Okay. I mean, he did say that there are other runners. It could also have been like a plague. Like, how big are we talking?
Judging by the height, the silhouette you could see through the tarp, at least 8 feet tall, maybe 9. Definitely broader shoulders.
How big was the plague giant?
Much
that
bigger
we-
than that.
Okay.
Like 14 feet tall. So
Okay.
quite a bit bigger.
But we
Also-
do know that the plague can control and manipulate creatures when it's inside of them.
Indeed.
Um. The rain's gonna wash out any kind of tracks that would be there.
Yeah. And you imagine it'd be pretty dangerous to step out there while it's raining.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I have anything that would help me look safely. Let me look.
I'll just unravel this telescope and stick it out the tower. The tower.
Beep.
If only, if only.
Right? Yeah, I don't have a telescope. That'd be pretty cool.
But
I should've
imagine
gotten one.
pretty much the rest of your watch is
Yeah.
sat trying to determine what, if anything, you can do.
Yeah.
And,
It's like poke a stick and look outside. Like hold the tarp up with 2 sticks or 2 swords, like and try and look. Like using it as like a fucking umbrella.
you definitely don't see the humanoid shape again, and your
Yeah.
watch comes to a close. The question is, are you distracted enough that you don't go wake up the other person, and they wake up on their own and come and find you?
No, I'm not. I'll go wake them up.
Fair.
So I go over and I don't remember. Amanda does not remember who volunteered for second. So
I don't think we've sorted it out. So it's chicken
cool.
litter.
So I'm just gonna randomly wake someone up. I'm gonna go with a Met. I'm gonna wake a Met up for nighttime.
Because she sees in the dark.
Yes, that was that was the main thrust on that one.
I mean, fair. So you shake Amet awake.
I gently shake Amet awake. Amet, it's your turn to watch.
Okay.
Keep your eye on the front. I saw a shadow, a humanoid in shape. It could have just been a trick of the light when the thunder struck, and trees and whatnot. But do not approach it because we do have the camouflage tarp there. Just be wary if you see something near the mouth of the cave, and let me know.
Keep an eye out.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks.
Meow, 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 meow. Snuggle into the wall.
Yeah, Amet. As you take your seat, sort of seated, probably 5-6 feet back from the tarp, sort of up this little ridge, you sit watching, and as you stare down into this pool right below the tarp, it almost starts to mesmerize you as you see these small creatures writhing around in it.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I mean, fair. As the rain continues to fall, the water sort of splashes one of these creatures out a little ways, maybe 3-4 inches out of the water. What do you do? You just watch
Can I
it?
shoot it?
You could. You can give it a shot. Go ahead and roll me an attack to attack a tiny little 4-tentacled creature. It's pretty small. I think your arrow hits right next to it. It's a very small target, but it doesn't seem to last very long as its movement slows, and eventually it seems to die.
Huh. So I guess it can just survive in the water.
Seems like it. But now that there's this tiny little black tentacled creature right next to your arrow. Just laying there.
I feel like Emmet's just kind of looking at it, not sure what to do.
Yeah. I mean, that's totally fair. The night continues on, as does your watch, pretty uneventfully. You still
Every once in a while, you think it moves.
you still see the creatures in the water sort of flitting about, sometimes like out of your line of sight, and then back in, past the tarp, and they're just swimming about in the pool of water. But they're
They
really
just
small.
wiggling, living their
They
best
just
gross
wiggling.
life.
Until they get a hold of you, and then they're gonna try and make you a new home, as they do.
Do I have any kind of fire?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of ways you could get fire. You want to just light up a torch?
Yeah, as long as I don't light anything else on fire.
No, I can in fact picture you walking over to Amortis's bed, grabbing the torch from next to him, and walking away while lighting it.
I'm not using it. I'm asleep.
So what are you gonna do with the torch?
Let me see. If I use an oil flask, will it burn better? Even though it's...
The torch? Or...
No, the water.
Oh, you want to try and burn away the water. I mean, you can
I
pour
want to burn the creepy thing.
the creepy things in the water. You can definitely pour the oil in the water and light the water on fire, but the tarp is immediately above it. And you would
Yeah,
potentially
that's
run the
a
risk of lighting that on fire. Up to you.
Is there a way to, like, make them crawl out and then light them on fire?
Not necessarily, but you do have a shovel. If you want to just try and scoop them out.
Yeah, I was kind of, like, try to fling them out a little bit and then light them on fire.
Oh yeah, you can absolutely do that. I think the rest of the watch you spend flinging these creatures out of the water and burning them with the torch.
Sounds fun.
It doesn't smell good though.
I've got a mask.
Fair.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
I do think the next person for watch is Immortus going to be last because he does not have dark vision?
I'm sleeping, so.
Which means Sterling would be next. Sterling, why don't you give me a I love doing it this way, a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh gosh.
I mean, you are asleep. That's a 17. Your eyes snap open as you smell something burning. What are you gonna do?
Sterling rolls out of his bed while getting up and, well, not necessarily going for his weapons, but looking around to see what's burning.
Towards the entrance of the cave, you can see torchlight sort of skittering about on the wall as the torch is moving sort of back and forth, and the occasional splash of water.
Yeah, Sterling heads up there. He doesn't even go for his armor. It's just, it's fire. They're in an enclosed space. He needs to know what that is.
Do you pull on your mask?
Yeah, put on the mask. It's always good to have
I-
the mask.
I
Fair.
sleep in my mask when we're outside. The only time I take my mask off is I gotta put something in my mouth.
Oh yeah. There's no feeding tubes in the masks, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you start heading down
boy.
this little slope leading to where you see Amet just flicking these little plague creatures out of the puddle of water and then burning them with the torch, and then doing it again, burning it with the torch. Amet, I think you hear Sterling's footsteps coming down the slope.
I just kind of like wave with the torch in my hand.
I mean, it's something to do, right? Yeah.
Sterling is at a loss for words for a moment.
Yeah, I don't think she stops. She just keeps flicking them out and burning them.
Yep.
Amet, no. He's going to gently but firmly take the implements away.
No.
Hey, that's my shovel.
Care right now. We don't know how dangerous the fumes these things give off are. Not to mention, we're not in a place that has great ventilation right now.
Yeah, I think now that your focus and attention is off of like what your project was, burning them, you sort of look about and you can see this like haze of smokiness at the top of the cave, just listing about.
This isn't red, is it?
No, it's not. But there definitely seems to be that smokiness lingering around the cave now.
Sort of major regret right now is that since he's wearing a mask, he can't pinch the bridge of his nose. I dislike these creatures as much as you do, but not the time or the place.
Yeah, I agree at this point, and I give up. But I take my shovel back.
Fair.
Okay.
And I think that's when you realize, Amet, you were so taken with doing that for that whole entirety of your watch that it's actually time to switch over. And Sterling is right here, so I mean,
Yeah, I go back in.
so you might as well pass over watch to Sterling. And Sterling, there's quite the pile of charred little corpses sitting there.
Sterling ignores them, for one.
Fair.
Maybe he dips back into the cave for a minute and grabs his armor to quietly put it on at the entrance.
Fair. I think as you're sitting for your watch, I would like you to give me a perception check.
One higher than my pen. Great.
The first thing that you notice is that the rain has slowed down a bit, and there doesn't seem to be any more thunder and lightning. Just sort of a light rain now.
Well, there's that at least.
But aside from that, your watch goes surprisingly uneventfully. Yeah, except the occasional like half glance at the burned pile. You're just like, nope, don't think about it. Just focus on the watch. So, as your watch does eventually come to an end, finally we would have Immortus.
It's my time to shine. So, what's been going on tonight?
Annette took to entertainment, and Sterling gestures to the pile of tiny burned things.
Oh, were those things crawling in here?
No. She was using a shovel to drag them in and then burn them.
Oh. That's pretty sadistic. Daddy likey.
Shoulder smack.
Delightful.
I'll spend my watch, watching, and also doing a little research for this, figuring out how to get this scroll into my ritual book, which I'll do at the later level, but I'm studying it now because I study things.
I'm also going to encourage you not to continue the purge.
Oh, no. Well,
this cave doesn't have ventilation. There was a whole bunch of smoke at the top.
oh yeah, I remember that whole conversation. Yeah, if I burn anything, I'm gonna wake someone else up first.
Okay, good.
So,
I'll draw a line in the entrance. Like, if they get past this line, I'm gonna wake somebody up.
Mm-hmm. Sterling goes back to bed.
Fair. I think over the course of your watch, as you're studying, and you're still keeping an eye out, but you're studying.
Yeah. Looking over every few seconds, few minutes, whatever.
Probably a few minutes, I'd imagine, and it's not till towards the end of your watch that you look down at the puddle that had been there. The puddle is now gone. All of the little creatures that had been inside it are now just laying there dead.
Breakfast.
Oh, God.
No. I'll take note, but not touch it.
The horse luffs at you.
But I think as that is the end of your rest, the rest of the party starts to wake up. Whoops, I need to do that. When you guys have all woken up, the first thing that you notice that surprises you quite a bit, your orcish / werebear friend is gone.
What? Hey, it's breakfast. You want any more stew? Where'd he go? Seriously, guys, where's the werebear?
What?
The werebear's gone.
Werebear.
I was muted. Oh my god.
Oh no.
You're fine. It's fine.
I see.
Was there any point in the night in which he wasn't where he was? Like,
I mean, as far as you could tell when you took off your watch, there was just a mound over in his bed.
Skeleton's
All right.
still there?
everybody stop moving.
The skeleton's
Okay.
not there.
The skeleton's not there?
No. Can I get a perception check from anyone who would like to look around? Although I think
That's it.
Amet... I'm sorry, not Amet. I don't think Seda needs to roll for this one.
I was told to stop moving, so I am not investigating.
Yeah. I was going to check for tracks, which is survival. But
Sort of like hard leans, but doesn't move from that position. Seda,
I
you
just-
notice by his cot there appears to be a indent in the wall that you do not remember seeing there before.
okay. Tracking. Same thing. It's okay. Oh, but wait, he's my favorite whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
Any ability to check. If you are already proficient, you gain advantage.
There you go. You can track him through this small passage. For one, it even looks too small for him to fit through, not in werebear form. So it was like a tight squeeze.
Where's that over here?
It's right
He
here.
went to sleep over here.
No, he went over by the cot.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can still see the skeleton on the map. The chair is right next to the cot.
Yeah.
I can't point at the camera. It is not on. That doesn't work.
It's okay. You drew a little blue line. I can see that.
It is a relatively small passage that, looking at it now, you can see that it was probably here before, and it's not like he just suddenly made it appear. It's a back exit.
Yeah.
You can easily track him through this little tunnel if you'd like, with the 24 especially.
There's a hidden door back here. Or hidden passage.
Really?
Do we think he's full enough to go after the helm, or do you think on his own?
I didn't think of that until you said that. Now, we did say that he would deserve to wear something like that, kind of, didn't we?
You did, but you do see what looks like a small piece of parchment paper sitting on the chair.
We also we didn't really tell him where it is, though.
No,
We didn't really talk about the tower or the city or anything like that.
It's written in pretty shaky common. It says, "Thanks for shaking me out of my stupor. I think it's time I go look for my friends."
No, okay.
And bury this one.
I'm sorry, you broke up. What did you say?
And bury this one.
And bury this one. Oh, okay. Well, that's good, at least. He's gonna go look for his friends. Oh, so he was just standing there trying to decide whether or not he was going to leave without saying. I should have said something. Oh well. That explains that. Mystery solved.
All right, yep.
I don't know if you say that out loud because only one other person knows about that.
No, yeah, that's literally that whole sentence, that stream of consciousness was out loud. Right. Well, I suppose we should eat breakfast and get ready to go on our way.
Yep.
Good job, everybody. We
did
maybe have made an ally out of some were creatures. I don't know how I feel about that.
We'll figure it out as we go. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. This is fine. This is my fine face. This is fine.
So there is definitely half a pot of stew left over. So if you guys just want to keep eating on that stew, maybe finish it off.
We might as well.
Oh, do you guys want to take the
rot.
supplies? Because with the exception of some of the dried meat, there's still a bunch of vegetables and stuff there.
We actually, I'm going to just throw this one out there. This is a nice place to come back to on our way back. We should leave the dry meats, take anything that's going to spoil, and
That's a fair point. Remove
Yeah.
the skeleton from the map.
Celeste carry. Also, I mean,
Whoops.
this is his place. If he wants to come back here, I don't want to take his food.
well, I don't think he's going to be coming back here.
No,
much
then he
of it, at
doesn't.
least.
What was that, Sterling?
Not too much of it, at least. Take at least something like a portion of the vegetables. Leave a little, maybe.
So, I know you guys aren't agriculturally minded.
Mm-hmm.
Vegetables will go bad in a couple weeks.
Oh.
Oh. Love it.
Unless we're talking like root vegetables. If it's a pile of potatoes, those can stay. But if it's any soft vegetables, we'll just need to take those because they'll just start to go bad. If it's apples apples will be good for like half a year in this cave.
Unless you drop them.
Unless you drop them. True.
Don't do
Truth.
that.
Don't do that.
No.
So I guess we'll just go through it, and I'll pick anything that's gonna go. Any of the perishables that aren't like a heavy root vegetable or
for sure.
whatnot.
Yeah. One thing you get is a lot of tomatoes. It seems like the guy probably liked a lot of tomatoes. I like
Alright,
tomatoes a
well.
lot, I should say.
We got some tomatoes. Have you guys ever eaten a tomato like an apple? Welcome to that world.
It's an experience.
I like to pretend they're like little hearts, and I bite into them.
You know that makes so much sense, Mortis. So much sense.
I'm trying to get into the head of my enemy, the vampires.
Okay. How's that going?
Look at me. How do you think?
So as you guys eat your breakfast and collect up the perishable vegetables, which there's more than tomatoes. I'm just drawing a blank right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, we're good.
And I imagine
Random
you guys...
veggies. I'm gonna write that down. Random
Assorted.
veggies from
Fair.
cave.
Assorted veggies. You guys
Assorted. Ooh.
Yeah.
head to the ravine.
Random veggies makes it sound like you hit the randomizer, so we get like an apple, a root apple, or
I should have just dropped you guys.
a bright red banana or some weird shit.
Don't
We're
forget,
somewhere.
you've all healed. Can you see is the question.
Yeah. I'm looking at a ravine.
Oh, hello. That took a second to load in.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, look at that
Bold.
delightful red pool of water.
On our way there, I would like to spot trees that would be good enough size to make, a raft out of.
For sure. One thing that you...
Not going to cut them down. I'm just spotting them, so that way we have to take less time later.
Fair. So you make note of any trees that you do see. As you do come up to the ravine, the first thing that you notice is the ravine is flooded, but it's not all the way to the top.
Well.
Okay.
So the ravine goes more like that.
Yeah. About how far down is the water?
Maybe about 10-15 feet. There's certainly like ledges over here towards the upper part of the ravine that you can see on the map that you could climb down and just like hop in a raft or something if you really wanted to. You could do that.
Yeah. What if we used the ice flasks?
Oh my god,
freeze
you're
the
so
water
smart. Is
and
the water
cross.
flowing anywhere, or is it standing?
It's standing water, and again, you see a lot of. I'm sorry, I did mean to note this on the way. As you guys were coming here, you saw a lot of the
Wiggly
small,
goopy things, yeah.
blackish creatures, all dead, all of them. Not a single one was alive that was outside of the water.
Yeah.
But now that you're here, you see this water, which is swarming with them, and
Swiggling.
I think Seda and Amet are the ones who spot this. All the way towards one end, you see the shape of one of those plague sources, the plague giants, and where it would normally be spewing out this like black smoke. Not black
It's
smoke,
like
but
bubbles.
red smoke. It's just like bubbles that seem to just be like filling into the water.
Ugh, gross.
But it seems quite alive still.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he wouldn't like it if we started chucking ice stuff.
And killing little babies. Well, I mean, the thing, I'm just thinking, we just need someone to get across, and then once we've got one person on the other side, we can do something with a rope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because the water's only looks like 30 feet.
About 30 feet of water.
Yeah.
And then you'd still have to climb up the other side of the ravine when you get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
But
yeah.
the danger the danger zone is only 30 feet.
The danger zone is 30 feet of danger.
Give or take.
The 30 feet of danger.
How
Only
many flasks
30.
do we have again?
4? Hold on. We have 4 flasks of frost. That's really hard for me to say. And 2 ice flask traps. Hard
So,
for me to say.
first danger zone, then climb zone,
Yeah.
then home free zone, question mark?
Can
In
I
theory.
ask a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Am I able to run
Oops.
and jump hard enough that I could jump over it?
Your movement
No.
is usually your jump cap.
No.
Well, I have
there's-
that
What's up?
addition.
The addition, what's that?
The second story work, I guess.
That is true. It does extend your jump, but your so your base movement speed is what, 30 for a move.
I think.
It would be so close, and you'd have to like,
You have to roll very high.
yeah.
Could I like jump off somebody's shoulders at the end?
Second
Get a
story
running
work.
jump.
What is your strength, Matt?
My strength is 2. No, 14. Sorry.
What's your dexterity?
18.
18. Your long jump is 18 feet,
Oh
according
no,
to this thing.
I'm not
When you
doing
make
that.
when you make a running long jump, the distance you cover equals a number of feet equal to your dexterity modifier. That's
Mhm.
plus something else.
Plus your strength. That's what.
Strength mod.
Nope, just your strength, as far as I can tell. But you could not jump 30 feet. Is the answer to your question?
Yeah.
Even if we got some minor miscalculations here.
The second story work should help you climb up the other side, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, at least you're not asking the paladin the path.
But don't forget that this map is relatively accurate.
But there's also some down and angles and stuff.
Yeah, so there's,
Yeah.
there's
So,
down,
like-
there's like 5 feet until the water, and then there's 30 feet of water, and then you're on the other side. So
Yeah, it's like the drop, then the water, and then climbing up.
and so it's like
I hold up an oil flask.
Where it's like,
it's just like I want to burn these things. Understandable. But I do not believe any of you can jump what is effectively 40 feet. Because you got
Does
to
the-
actually clear it to safety.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you just wanted to like fucking face plant into the side of a mountain or to the side of the cliff, you know, that's on you. What does the potions of giant strength do?
I believe they set your strength at 24 or something to that effect.
Indeed. Still wouldn't make 30 feet, or still wouldn't.
Make near 40 feet, yeah.
Yeah. It would only be 20. It'd be 28. It'd be an epically huge jump.
I'll have to
But-
tell you guys the story of how my dwarf jumped 48 feet in the air. But that was a lot of modifiers, so... Next up.
Anybody?
I
have
mean,
rock?
let's just be for the, you know, let's put this in perspective. Long jump record holders are jumping like 29 meters or 29. Wow, 29
Wow.
meters. Jesus.
29 feet, yeah.
Oh no, 29 feet. Yeah, 8.9 meters, 29 feet. So like, but that's like the best of the best.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's an Olympian who trains to do that.
high level.
Yeah, high
He's got-
level.
They got feet.
You got feats. Let's see.
With the current equipment that you guys have and the current skills and whatnot that you have, none of you can jump that far.
Yeah,
Is
no.
the
Wait.
short answer.
Because
Could
none of us have fly.
could you jump and then use Misty Step?
I was just thinking that. I don't know if I would make it far enough.
Yeah.
Because my jump is only 14 feet because I don't have the special bonus thing that you do. But the
Well,
Misty
I'd
Step
still
is
be-
30 on. Is how far is Misty Step?
Up to 30.
30 feet.
So
Put it
I
up.
guess if I technically I could. But
We could tie a rope
You
to
probably
you.
advise it, but
I'd save
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'd save that for if you fuck up while crossing. That's your get out of
yeah,
play
might
free card.
get a plague free card. Yeah.
and there's no guarantee that you wouldn't just take the rope with you.
Well, yeah. Why didn't I just take it? I would just take a bow and arrow with a rope. I wouldn't
Oh,
even
fair.
shoot it until I got to the other side. Like, there's no point in having to
Yeah.
struggle with that. Have
I
we
still like-
decided
I like-
what? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, have we decided? Do we know what type of creature the plague is? Have we sorted that out?
You don't know for sure, but you have assumptions.
Okay.
Both
Because
as
I'm
so
just trying to
characters
figure
and,
if protection from good and evil would be a
species.
good call.
The latest thing we assumed was some kind of like summoned creature. By the way, it destroying the source destroys all of it or something like that, I think, but that wasn't confirmed by anything. It was just us talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I am going to be the one that's going down there because I do have that get out of trouble card.
Could we use one of the ice flasks, freeze a portion of it, and just give you enough clearance to get to the other side with Misty Step?
Possibly. I don't know which one of you mentioned it. It might have been Sterling. That it might get angry as soon as we start killing the little ones.
True.
So
I still think
Yeah.
that's
it's not a bad idea, though.
yeah.
But yeah, so like, is that what we want to try and do, or do we want to build like a small raft and?
We can also go
Try and-
investigate the end where it gets close to the wasps.
Well, it's like a mile or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Also,
the closest place to you guys.
from what the werebear said, investigating the wasp territory means we're going to be attacked by the wasps.
Yeah, he
Fair.
said they're pretty aggressive.
Yeah. I thought we'd have to go through the place, but if it's just a territory where you kill anything in it, then yeah, as soon as we get close, we're gonna have to fight them anyway. I mean, I say we should go with the ice thing, but only because I'm not gonna be the guy jumping first. So I don't feel like I don't feel like my vote should carry so much weight if I'm not the one putting my neck on the line.
Sterling, Namet, what do you think?
I like the ice idea.
Well, as a add-on to that thought, instead of ice, if we could cut down a sufficiently long tree and anchor it, and give you a ledge out.
Oh yeah, I mean
That's a good idea.
70 feet across, like end to end without climbing. Can we cut down a big enough tree?
A tree that big might take a significant effort to just get over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is
We need
definitely...
like a really big dude that's really strong for that, right?
Just talking about getting one big enough that we could hold it, have it anchored down, and it would give Seda clearance to Misty Step to the other side.
Isn't
But
that...
making it
I was just going to ask if that's what the ice was going to be used for anyways.
Yeah, but I think the thought with not using the ice is the ice will piss off.
the plague source.
Yeah.
Can I have all of you just do me a favor and roll me a intelligence check? We're checking.
Phew,
your
I thought I was about to
memory
say
here.
perception.
Checking your memory here. Nice.
I guess it's just
Superb. Not Amet. Amet does not remember. The rest of you, however, remember that as far as you could tell, as far as you could tell, the last time you fought one of those things, it could only move when it was hurt. It did not seem to be able to move otherwise.
It did kill some of the, or had the plague rats explode near it, and it didn't do anything.
Yep.
Yeah, we fought all those guys around it and didn't move until we started fucking with it. Okay.
That's fair. I do remember that.
I don't know if that changes anything for you guys, but I thought you should know as a reminder.
That's a fair point.
So, if we do the frost flask thing, essentially, we would need to I imagine just to make it work because they don't last that long. The iciness, I would need one of you to throw them in front of where I'm running without hitting me, or where I'm moving, because I don't know how long they last on the ground. That's not something we paid attention to.
How long did they last in the fight? They lasted a few turns, at least, I remember.
Yeah.
Because we had to cross over them while fighting.
I mean, to be honest, the fight didn't even last a full minute, so...
Yeah.
At least 30 seconds?
Yeah.
But if they last longer than that, you don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We were interrogating. It was a fight. It's been months.
All very true things.
I mean, worst to worst, we wasted some cool ice things.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to figure something else out. Or I fall in. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
But I mean, I shouldn't fall in. I mean, I'd have to probably get knocked so don't hit me in the head. I'd have to get knocked unconscious probably to fall in, because as long as I have a conscious moment left, I could probably poof somewhere.
Yeah, really.
So, okay. Let's see. I don't have enough arms to be the one throwing the ice flasks down in front of me. So if we were going to do that, I would need you guys to help me do that. And I could have one of them on me. You know what I mean?
Why don't I just mage hand float it over there and then drop it?
Well, I mean, we're going to need more than one. That would work for yours.
Just as a reminder, there is a raven flying around somewhere.
All right, I forgot you had a familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the ice trap? I know that one of them was an area of effect. I didn't write down what each one of them does, but I know that one of them was an area of effect, and
So one of them was basically cold damage in a small area. The other was a huge area. Huge? That's a strong word. A large area that would just freeze the ground and make it slippery.
Yeah.
And it was the trap that did that.
Yeah.
The ice trap.
Okay.
Trap's probably the best bet, I think.
Yeah. But we don't know. We also don't. There's a lot of unknowns here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We don't know how thick that frost is.
This is true.
So, I'm going to take off my backpack and any of my heavier armor and legit just go down to my leathers and a rope and a bow and an arrow. Okay.
I'm kind of back to the tree thing now, because, well, like you said, we're going to need a way back to...
Well, but
if we can do this thing on the other side.
If we anchor the rope down, we can just climb.
Across the rope, yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to, we can use a second rope. And then we can tie some rope between those two pieces of rope and make a rope ladder that we just climb across monkey bars.
Yeah.
Or if we want to get real creative, we do two ropes at two different heights, one for your feet and one for your hands.
Fancy. You could just remake the rope ladder at that rate. Not the rope ladder, but the rope bridge that was here before.
Well, that's essentially how you start a rope bridge, is you do one side and then you do the other side. Or you take the time to cut the logs and things out and then attach them, and then you do the two higher pieces of rope and you attach them via loops, and then you just basically like a curtain pull the bridge across.
Yeah.
I mean, we could If you guys want to, we could legitimately spend the time to make a bridge. That way, when we come back, it's done with. But my one concern about making a bridge and then leaving it is that it'll get destroyed while we're gone.
Like the last one.
Like the last one. But what if we do the little bridgey parts? You know, like where you put your feet. And we tie it to the 2-rope. This is if we can get someone on the other side. When we get someone on the other side. And like loose knot them, not loose knot them, but like lasso knot them to the rope. That way we can, like a curtain, just pull the bridge closed on one side.
That sounds pretty complicated, but I'm down, I guess.
It's not that complicated. I could draw you a picture.
Well, it sounds complicated.
Well, the instead of anchoring the bridge, which would make it more secure and easier to cross, you would leave it so let's. I don't have anything to draw, and I can't show you my gestures.
You can.
All right,
You
so-
should just be able to. Click
Oh,
the
you're
little
right. I
brush
can
tool.
totally draw on the screen. Cool. So Seda gets a stick, because this is where we are right now. And goes right. So, draws like a little bridge. Just pretend they drew this, and Seda's going to draw on top of it. So like, we've got. This is where we're going to anchor a rope. We get the rope to go to the. Oh,
Where are you drawing? Can't see it.
I'm trying to make it work. It's being weird.
Okay.
Oh, does it trying to draw a shape? If you click on it, there's a freehand option, which is probably what
There
we're
we
looking
go.
for.
Okay. It's a horrible line, but so
Good
here's
to
our
know.
first rope, and then here's our second rope. Second rope. And now we anchor these. These are anchored. Okay, so we've got these 2 ropes. Looks like nonsense, right? Okay, cool, whatever. Then we make our bridge out of blocks of wood tied onto some rope.
Little planks.
Little planks, and you hook them up to the rope, like you lace them in with little holes in them so that the rope can sit in there, and you do that. You make a little bridge. Before it's tied to anything, it's just wood on string. So you stack it, so it could just stack up into a pile of wood
It like rolls over itself.
on string. Yeah, and so then at the end you have your rope, dangly rope, and you make a little loosey goosey noose on the end of it. And you tie that noose around this rope. So then your bridge hangs off of it. Now, mind you, you'll need a few of these little loopy doops. Not on every single one, but every once in a while, just to keep it from like sagging here in the middle. But where's my keyboard? And then you have a rope like attached to like the last one on this side, and when you get to this side you just pull it that way, and like a curtain you just have a whole bunch of wood and a rope on this side.
How
So
much?
that way- How much
Fancy.
rope do we have?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
60 feet on me. No, I
have-
got 60 feet times 2 if I got more, because I had some
Yeah.
in the beginning of the game, and then we got some more.
Yeah, we got more rope.
So you guys
got
should
ropes.
have between all of you like almost 500 feet of rope.
We have a lot of rope.
Maybe more. I
Yeah.
don't know.
We
Okay.
have so much rope. But anyway, so like you see, like it
Yeah, I get
sounds
you.
complicated when saying it, but it's actually a pretty simple construction. I don't know how to delete this all in one go. Oops.
I can do it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, make my mess
Whoop,
go
I'll
away,
just
please.
draw
Thank
on it instead.
you. Yes.
Beautiful.
As it should be. But yeah, so then that's what I was meaning. We don't have to be able to pull it back. I just feel like if it were to get destroyed, we would have wasted all this work. But if we can pull it over and tuck it on the side of the ravine, even if the ropes get are broken, we should still have a pile of bridge that we can reuse. And that's
okay.
my thought behind that. Like my
Yeah.
infinite paranoia, apparently.
And that probably wouldn't take as long as you might think it would to make.
Mm-mm.
And it would save
The
you time
hardest part will be cutting the wood.
coming back.
Yes, it'll save us time coming back. So it would probably be today's task. It would be crafting this. But we do need to get someone on the other side. But should we craft it first and then get someone over there?
Let's get all the shit we need over here first.
Yeah,
And
so we can all work on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Heck yeah. Montage.
Montage. We're gonna make a bridge.
So I think I'm perfectly okay with just allowing you guys to do this.
Okay.
For multiple reasons. A, you explained that really well. And I'm convinced. I don't know about anybody else. And
we have pitons to anchor it with too. So.
B, you have someone who is trained in carpentry.
Oh,
yes.
do.
Who's the carpenter?
Ahmet.
Ahmet. Yes.
And I feel like between how well you explained it and having someone who is trained in carpentry, you guys could absolutely hammer this out in a day.
Boom.
So,
Yay for skills. High five, Ahmet.
So I picture this as a montage of all of you guys just building these this rope bridge.
I brought the wood axe.
We got Sterling
Right.
chopping wood.
We're
Amortis is tying knots.
pathfinding.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I think probably come towards the end of the day, you guys have completed building a retractable rope bridge. But now comes the tricky part of actually getting to the other side.
Yeah. I don't want to go for a swim, but it does make the most sense. Okay.
It is falling to knighthood. Sorry about the dog. I'm going to mute for a second.
That's okay. So I think if everybody, how much rope because we should probably make sure to take our rope off.
Yeah.
1, 2. I think at this point, so 1, 2. If you got, how much rope do you have on you, Mortis?
I got 120 feet.
Okay, so probably lose both your ropes.
All right. Losing the
I'm gonna take my
Deleting
rope
the rope.
away. Or Sterling, how much rope do you have?
Looking for that. I'm not sure I ever wrote it down.
I know that you had a kit to begin with, and that most every kit comes with rope.
I believe they all do.
Yeah, I think they all do.
I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah. So for just the two what do you call it ropes across, that's at least 60 feet.
Yeah, which we got rid of. We got that one already. Amortis took his rope away. I have a 50-foot block and I have a 50-foot and a 60-foot thing of rope. That can get nommed up by the. I feel like to do the bridge part properly, it's gonna be 3 times the distance. Does that?
I'd say
sense?
that's fair. Yeah.
So I'll get rid of both of my ropes, and then Sterling or Ahmet, you need to get rid of a rope. So go ahead.
Okay.
Sterling, we'll get rid of one of your ropes because you can't find it anyways. Okay. And so that leaves us with 1 length of 60 feet of rope.
Did
Or
you
2.
include the rope to retract it?
I have 110.
You have 110? Okay. Which means 110's a really strange number of rope.
Well, I think
we
was
cut it for
50.
something,
Oh,
didn't we?
you're right. We did cut it for something. I do remember cutting rope at one point in time. I'll get rid of my 2 pieces of rope, and then Sterling can get rid of one of his. Because I know you guys, the packs that we just recently got had 60 feet of rope in them.
On top of whatever else you guys already have.
On top of whatever else we already had. So, so Sterling, just delete your rope from the, or do you have your stuff recorded that you just got from your current gifting? Okay, that's 60 feet. I got 60 feet, and we'll take Ahmet's new rope. So leave whatever rope you have recorded, Ahmet. Just leave that there, and we'll delete your 110. And we're just gonna take the 60 that he gave us away.
Well, I might have added them together.
Oh, it was a 50 and a 60?
It might have been.
That would make sense. So then just
Yeah.
go down to 50.
Okay.
And then you're good. And so we have 2 things of 50 foot of rope left. We have 100 feet of rope left at the end of everything.
Nice. You guys...
So much rope.
So glad you brought all that rope with you. And none of you were like, I'm just going to leave this in my room. There's no way I'm going to need it on this long journey. Couldn't possibly happen.
We're never gonna need to make a rope bridge.
That's just crazy talk. So the question does become, how are you going to get all the way across?
Okay. Do we feel like the ice thing's the best bet, or we wanna?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
At least we'll drop it and we'll take a few seconds to just fucking look at it and make sure it's gonna work.
Then
Sounds good,
the other fun thing comes into, it's gonna be slippery,
Mhm.
and we want me to have trajectory. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's gonna be.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be rough.
You
is what I'm
start
saying.
running. We'll toss it and just give us as you're running. If we throw up the the cancel sign, stop running.
I think tossing those flasks is going to be strength or dexterity.
Well, we
I mean,
also
if they're
don't-
small, I can float it down. I'm magic.
Yeah, that's true.
Can-
I feel like
That's
having
part of the reason why I mentioned the bird, is because the bird can grab some with talons
Yeah.
and drop them down too.
the bird
Yeah.
too.
So that being said, we should drop it because it's a larger area, not like big enough to cover the whole thing, but it is large. And give the bird the second one to be like, oh shit, she's in trouble, or say there's in trouble,
yeah,
drop
maybe.
it. I mean, because having my ability to poof across to the other side is nice, but if something happens out of my, having
Yeah.
a safety net might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I give one of the ice potions to my mage hand, which is a delicate, womanly hand.
Does it have nice manicured nails?
Yes. Well,
Beautiful.
if the Undying Queen has manicured nails, then yes.
I mean, queen. The queen is
Yeah.
in the name. I feel like
I didn't want to assume, but yeah, I am assuming, I guess.
I'm going to do a little bit of spell casting before we do this
Mhm.
myself.
What'd you do?
First of all, Seda gets blessed.
Ah, good call.
Nice.
Good chuck.
okay.
I'm also going to enhance ability.
Da-da-da-da.
Are we gonna do?
I think they're both concentration, actually.
Oh, crap.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are. Yeah. So
I
bless will
think
be a 1d4, and enhance ability would be advantage, which is like basically a +5. So
Advantage would be the superior choice. It is a second level slot,
Yeah.
after all.
yeah.
All right, yeah, we can do that.
Save that bless for later. You might need it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I gotta check something here real quick.
And if you do Cat's Grace, they don't take falling damage.
Well,
20 feet.
Can tell you from personal experience, 10 feet of falling damage hurts like a bitch.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially when you land on a rake.
Ouch.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So I think is this overkill? It might be overkill. I'm thinking of casting protection from good and evil on myself.
Sure.
Just in case everything goes horribly wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as you're
Doesn't that last
look at
like
it
an
from
hour, or is it 10 minutes?
yeah,
It's 10 minutes.
Okay.
look at it from your character's perspective. You're saying a prayer to yourself to be like,
Not to
watch
die in
watch
this
over
water.
me. Whatever is watching me, continue watching over me against evil.
Watching
You know,
over me,
give me
please, yeah.
protection.
Yeah, so it's, protection against aberrations, celestials, elemental fae, and fiends, and the undead. Several benefits. Creatures of that type have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. I can't be charmed or frightened or possessed, and have advantage to get rid of those things if it does happen. Okay, so I have 2. Why is my spell list such a mess? I have 4 slots. Okay, I have plenty. I have plenty of spell cast. I can cast both of those things and I'll be fine. Okay, and I also get Misty Step for free for once a day. So
Beautiful.
sweet. All right. Okay, so Seda makes sure to have 2 pitons, a hammer, a little hammer, not like a big hammer, like a piton hammer.
Comes in the kit.
It comes from the climbing kit, yeah. One of the lengths of rope, because I want to start with 1, and then we're going to pass the one down that one length,
Gotcha.
One of the lengths of rope, because, I guess I could have, well, no, just in case, this is just easier this way. One of the lengths of 50-foot of rope, 2 pitons, just in case, a tiny hammer, my bow, and 2 arrows.
Also, I mean, this is probably part of the montage, but we already construct all the stuff over here, and what we can't, you instruct me or Sterling very thoroughly on how to do it once you're over there.
Yeah. Well, essentially, once I'm over here, if we get the rope down, I can just come back.
Yeah, that's true. So, I think how this is going to function is you climb down to about the part where the water is, and you stand about to get running, and they drop the ice. You guys wait like 2 or 3 seconds to make sure it's going to hold, and then you run across.
Basically.
It is 15 foot, so it would take 2 or 3 to get you all the way across. I don't remember how you, or it would take 2 to get you all the way across, but I don't remember how many you have. Of the
we
trap.
have 2.
2. So you should. Be
but
able
my
to get
thought
all the way
was
across.
we might have to use the 2 to make it thick enough to walk on.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
As the first ice trap drops, the surface of the water freezes over in a 15-foot radius around where you dropped it. At first glance, it certainly looks like it's going to be thick enough. You sort of like lean over, almost like you're trying to look into the side, like a side view of the water, but it's not exactly how that works. You can see it sort of slowly spreading down a little bit more. It looks like it's about 4 inches thick.
Okay, I don't weigh that much, so...
Yeah, I mean, Sterling might have problems.
Yeah. I just need to get within 30 feet of the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think what's going to happen here is you, I assume...
Well, I mean, that's also hill. Like, I could, if I get close enough to it, I could just bamf up higher. Like.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because that is like a slope that comes down, and you can just go halfway up the slope if you need to. But
yeah.
The first thing that needs to happen is as you start to run across, you need to make a dexterity save.
Yeah, I do. All right.
Definitely saw this
save
coming.
Or save this one, and I have advantage, right? Dexterity check. It's not saves, so
it's
what's a
technically not
dex
saves,
check?
but you guys are using what is effectively weaponized ice, which does require a dexterity save.
Yes. Okay.
So it would be a save. 13. I think you get about 2 steps and you slip and you start sliding across it. So you can now make a dexterity check to try and right yourself and either stop or stand back up, or both.
This is a bad idea.
as Sade is like just like Beyblading across the ice, you manage to stop yourself.
I just roll and use my knees.
And you stand back up. I mean, slowly, steadily, making sure the ice isn't like breaking or anything.
Or tipping.
Fair point.
Because I'm just on an ice cube now.
Yeah.
Floating ice cube. I would say you're at the center of a 15-foot radius. So probably here?
Yeah, no, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was mean mugging. Oops.
Did I just draw that? How did I do that?
No, that was me. My bad. I was trying to do a circle.
Huh.
I forgot I had the thing out. You can delete that.
You're almost within range of being able to teleport up. So, do you want them to drop another flask? I think
More ice?
as you're standing on it, steady, you hear the first crack.
Oh yeah, sure, more ice. It's cracking.
Frederick, now.
Just probably drop it like right there.
The ice, the flask drops and shatters onto the water, and this ice
Well, hopefully
explodes
not
outward.
on me.
It does sort of like come up over the ice that's already there, reinforcing it a little bit, but on the very edge.
Yeah.
If you want to take your steps forward, you will need another, probably the last dexterity save. Oh yeah, you're good.
I got the hang of it now. We're fine.
Oh yeah, and you get to the point where you are. The ice reaches to like 5 feet away from shore.
God, I'm just gonna go all the way up.
And you can just teleport up.
Yep.
Misty step, there you are. You're at the top.
Okay, that was great. Wave. Everybody on the other side.
Thumbs up.
Hold my bow off my shoulder and tie the rope to it and kind of like look where they're standing and tell everybody to move. Because I don't want to hit them with the arrow unless anyone wants to try and catch it. No, don't do it. It's a bad idea.
That really goes as planned.
You're not a monk, Amit. Just move. It's not a bear.
I was thinking about it. I moved though.
Okay, cool. And I gotta hit it. I'm aiming for like right there
Fair.
or there. Just gotta hit that
Yeah,
5
just
foot square. And this is also interesting. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm not firing at a creature. Cool. It just does regular bow stuff.
Yeah.
Boop. Hey.
That is sufficient.
Yep. And then goes. It's a really sad shot. Like it just goes high and then just kind of goes funk. Like I mean, it's perfect for what we needed. But now there's a rope going across, and then I take a piton, and I piton the rope, and anchor it.
Sterling goes over to at least get the arrow before it slips off or something.
Yeah, and then I assume you guys anchor it on that side as well.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I do as I have been instructed to do.
Would say all that remains is pretty much setting up the rest of the
other
bridge,
rope?
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
the other rope, and then setting up the rest of the bridge. So go ahead and fire that other arrow for the second rope.
And they back off again.
Oh, yeah.
She shoots
Where are
someone
you
in the
going?
thigh.
Ow! My foot!
Perfect.
Thunk.
Right into the.
Yay! So
the
before
dirt.
they anchor it, of course, they tie the bridge to it because that's how.
Oh yeah.
They got to put the loops on the string.
There's absolutely a discussion had there.
Yeah, we all talked about it. It's fine. This happened in real time.
And the no, it happened in the montage. It's fine.
And yeah, montage. It's
Yeah.
fine. This is fine. We did it in the montage.
Trust in the
can do
montage.
we all know kung fu now.
Yep.
Now comes the real question. It is night. The bridge is set up. Do you want to rest for the evening and come back out here in the morning? Or do you want to journey at night?
I don't really want to journey at night.
That's fair. The wasps will be less active at night.
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah,
are
but we're not
further.
going into territory.
True.
Yeah, you're
But
kinda
we
going
also
away from-
don't have any of our stuff
How-
with us. I'm not armored currently.
So I think here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go on break, and the party will take a long rest, and in the morning they will cross the newly made bridge.
Yeah.
Does that sound good for everybody?
Sounds good.
Yep.
Sure.
All right, we'll be back in about 10-ish minutes, and maybe a
10.
little bit longer, if that's good with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you all
Yes.
then. Enjoy the music.
Au revoir.
Okay, off to break.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
Welcome.
Oh, I guess I get the rain sound off. I've been having the rain because it was raining in the game on my headset. Ambiance.
Down in Africa. That's just gonna be stuck in my head now.
You know what I should have actually done for the whole torch thing? I should have had the horse get up and get the torch.
We should have sent the horse over there, actually.
No, I should have just had the horse do it independently.
Oh, we should have had the horse swim across the Red River.
Yeah.
You know, that's a. But it wouldn't have been able to. I guess it would have. Hold on a second. Maybe. Is it a phantom steed or is it an actual horse?
I don't know how to answer that.
Is it like your paladin? Yeah, is it fine
Yeah.
steed?
It's fine steed. I think it's kind of up to the DM.
Yeah. I know in my last other game, when the paladin when we wanted my character to ride the paladin, Steve was like talking to the paladin, was like, I mean, I am here to fight evil, not to be a taxi. Is there evil? Yes, there's evil. I'm going to help you. All right, but I don't like this guy.
This reminds me of one time I was playing a game in 3.5. The Cavalier, or was it Pathfinder? I don't remember. Ended up getting abducted by a hag for about an hour,
no.
which did not go well. He came back, went completely insane, and was totally convinced that his steed was talking. That was a great time. Right up until he decided he wanted to eat the ball of magma and become a small magma gnome. You know what? That's a long story. That was a bizarre campaign.
Yeah. Sounds a bit silly. It's a silly place.
I did end up as a plant dwarf with 5-foot-long tentacle fingers, so it was a whole thing.
One of my recent games with another group, the warlock said the most warlock thing I've ever heard.
I'm most here.
We're initiating combat. Like the first turn, the warlock gets hit with a sword that makes them bleed. So there's like a bleed effect every round.
Nice.
And he's been bleeding. It lasts like the combat's has gone 6 or 7 rounds. He's taken like between 5 and 9 damage per turn, and he's almost dropped. So he's like, the game master, it's his turn. Game master says, "So, what are you doing?" He goes, "Is there any way I could stop the bleeding?" He goes, "Oh yeah, sure. You could, take your action to staunch the bleeding with like a medicine check." He goes, "Okay. What about magical healing? I have healing spells." And he goes, "Oh well, yeah, that too. Any kind of magical healing will stop the bleeding as well." He goes, "Oh okay. Well, I cast Eldritch Blast."
I've been informed, but I'm going to do this anyway. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Here, I'm just eating at the same time.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm in the call now.
Welcome to the call. Alrighty. So, let me get back to the proper scene. Hello, everyone. You can't see me yet. You can't see me at all. I keep forgetting this one doesn't have a camera. Ah! My voice, it speaks volumes and paints a picture. Anyway, I'd like to imagine that the night's rest went completely uneventfully, and you guys are now standing back at the end of the bridge the next day.
Mm-hmm.
If that's good with everyone, here we are, standing at the end of your newly made bridge. The giant pool of gross water below you has not gone down hardly at all. It's going to take a while.
At least we made a bridge.
Mm-hmm. All right, so who's gonna take the inaugural trip?
I think.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead. You that's actually a question. Do you tentatively step across the bridge, or do you do it excitedly and sort of run across?
I've got faith.
All right.
I'd run.
You've got faith. You dash yourself across the bridge. It holds a little bit. It sort of swings a little bit, you know, but it holds. No issue at all.
Nice.
Well, I guess I'll go next then. Carefully, white knuckles gripping the rope. Step, step, step. Step, step, step.
I think you get to about the center, and then
great.
Your raven sort of lands on your head.
Jesus, Frederick.
It's just like, ah! Bridge holds up fine, though.
It is still a rope bridge, so it does wiggle.
It's going to wiggle, but it's holding steady. Or not, steady's the wrong word.
Whoop.
Holding true.
Yep. It doesn't seem like it's going to break anytime soon, that's for sure.
Tantor, the horse, pushes Sterling, like, get going.
Nice.
So Sterling's a lot more careful because he knows he's heavy.
Yeah. I think, again, it's about the center, about when you get to the center of the bridge that it sort of starts to, like, sag a little bit. But it's holding in there. This is definitely, you know, feeling the weight.
Yeah, Sterling doesn't linger long there.
What's that?
The horse. Is it a spirit or is it a real horse? Because if it's a real horse, we'll need to unsummon it and resummon it.
I believe if you click Find Steed, you can actually just do that, right? You can just be like, unsummon it, resummon it over here. Oh, there it is.
You can release the steed from its bond at any time, causing it to disappear.
Then you have to recast the spell.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what they have set up to do.
Yeah, so I imagine that you can do that no problem. Or you can attempt to make the actual physical manifestation of a horse, but is magical, cross the bridge.
If this thing leaves tracks like a regular horse, no.
It does.
Yeah, I think it's
The horse
it's not
Tantor
Phantom Steed. It's just a
stares
magical
at
steed.
Seda for a long moment.
You can just start taking the bags off because the bags don't go with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, they may have taken the bags off already.
Yeah.
I think it would make sense that if the plan.
yeah.
was
We
to-
probably discussed all this over dinner last night.
that makes
Yeah.
perfect
We've all
sense.
taken a set of bags along with us.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
The question is, do you basically sit for 10 minutes on the other side of the bridge and resummon the horse?
I mean, I'd kind of like to.
Yeah, no, you can absolutely do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
You can do that while I work on pulling this bridge back up behind me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll chastise my raven. That's naughty Frederick scaring me like that.
I think I'm going to drag you guys over to the start screen for the time being. You have made it across the bridge. This is definitely a thinner part of the forest than you guys had been in before. you're not 100% used to. Like normally, you guys have like thick forest or open terrain that's sort of hilly, right? That's mostly the valley you came from.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is just sort of thin forest, just like a tree here, a tree there, maybe like a cluster of like 4 or 5 trees over there, but nothing like a forest. In fact, you're pretty sure anyone who calls this a forest has never actually seen a forest.
You don't know what a forest is.
But as you guys are progressing on your journey, can I have all of you go ahead and make me a perception check?
Dun dun dun. Look at me go. Oh no, that's you.
Oh.
I got just my possessive. My possessive?
You're
My
possessive.
passive.
Possessive.
I love it. So
My
I think
possessive wisdom.
Amet and Sterling, you're the first ones to notice it, and then Seda. There's buzzing, but it takes you a minute. You're like, I don't see any of those wasps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you look up. And there are a number of them swooping down on you. Can I have everyone roll initiative, please? Well, actually, don't do that until I get to the actual page. Otherwise, it's going to freak out again.
It's gonna freak out on you.
We're gonna end up fighting these trees in front of this giant ass moon.
Bum bum.
It's,
Bum 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 bum.
Gonna be literally chewing the scenery.
Try this. One moment. We are almost ready. I forgot to set the stage. It's totally
Do
fine.
do do do. Why is it
Intermission music,
registering?
begin.
Is am I coming through anybody's Roll20? Because I muted it, but it still reads like it's picking me up.
You're good on my end.
Okay. Well, then it says it's disabled, but it like a little blue bar appears whenever I talk, and I'm like, "Arr." So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah, you're not coming through mine.
I haven't seen anything like that.
I don't even see the. Usually, there's like the little speaker symbol with a X mark through it.
Ah, okay,
yeah.
good.
I don't
Well,
even
then
see
it is
that.
thoroughly disabled.
Yeah.
So you have found yourselves amidst a full-fledged wasp hunting party.
Yep, I was gonna say it's probably a fucking scout party, which
All right, so please roll initiative.
bound to happen. The bees. Cue that Oprah Winfrey gif.
That's right.
I think I had myself selected.
I forgot to open the
Okay.
turn tracker.
Nope.
Give me a sec.
We are
Oops.
not in cubes here. Let me put everybody in a cube because
Yes, please.
there we go.
You
We're
can
in cubes.
control everyone. The
We're
power.
in cubes now. The power.
All right, we
What
got
are we rolling?
Sterling
Initiative.
and Matt.
It was made for me.
And finally, there we go. First up is Seda, as one of them is starting to swoop your way.
Cool. He in melee
Wait.
with me?
Wait, I didn't roll yet. Hold on.
Hmm.
Okay, now.
I would say that he is about...
He's on his way to be in melee with me, but not
Yeah,
there
they're
yet.
swooping down from the tops of the trees, so they're probably about 10 feet up.
Okay, cool. I just went because that changed it would change whether or not I use my bow, basically.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to bonus action. Which one is that? Hold on. Not Hunter's Mark, the other one. Slayer's Prey.
God,
Yeah.
I hope you guys can't hear me chewing.
Negative on the chewing.
Okay.
We'll let you know, though. Or I'll let you know. Alright, so I Slayer's Prey as a bonus action, then I shoot it with my bow! Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew. Or not.
That's a hit. Oh,
Oh,
and it is within range for the other thing,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is the first time anyone has seen it.
No, this is the second time. The bugbear got
Yep.
Or the werebear got
Oh, that's right.
pelted.
Okay, so-
ridiculously. This button? Yes.
Oh, heck yeah.
And then I add a D6, because the other thing. Bloop. Hunter's prey.
Oh, man, no problem at all. You take one down immediately. They're squishy.
Hey, but they're terrifying, so that's...
That makes up for it.
All right,
Would you like to move?
I would like to move. I feel like I don't want to be... I'm going to fall back to, like, right here. Here. That gives me a good arcing view of everything. Fall back and say, watch the stingers, because, you know, obvious is obvious.
Right.
Actually, I'm going to tell them watch out for the mandibles. That's something they probably don't, unless you know a lot about bees, that they can bite.
Next up is Sterling. Sterling, you are tall enough that you could swing and hit this thing.
Okay.
With your big old sword, or the hammer, for that matter. The flail.
It's the hammer time. First, we
It's
go into
hammer
step-
time. Do, 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 do. Boop, boop.
That will hit. Just a big old bonk. Yeah, are you going for the one directly above you or to your left?
Left.
Alrighty.
And then I'll take a swing at the one that's ahead of me.
Oh, heck yeah. Divide and conquer. Wait, is that accurate here? Oh, yeah, that'll hit. Splat. Yeah, that one's just obliterated. Alrighty, so if that's it for you,
Yeah, that's it for me. I didn't catch something, but it's too late.
this one swings down here. It's gonna make its attack against you. That not at advantage. 23. Pretty sure
what?
that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Advantage toggle. There we go. Alrighty. So I need you to make me a you take 7 piercing, which I think you have with your armor, and you need to make a Constitution save or take 7 poison. As that stinger just swings in and nails you in the ribs, right between the armor sections of the
Oh
armor.
no!
So don't have to worry about being paralyzed unless you are brought to 0 hit points. So don't worry about that.
Okay.
You just take 7 poison and then half of 7 3
4.
piercing.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's 3. I'm pretty sure. Next up is Immortus.
I will use my bonus action to cast Hex. I got it in here somewhere.
Help me remember to make my second attack when I attack. I have not been a
right.
martial class of high enough level to do that before, so
Oh,
I'm casting it on
I
this
forgot.
guy,
Sorry. Okay.
and I'm going to Eldritch Blast. So my first blast,
That'll hit.
then I'll add my Hex damage.
Bzz.
Is he still up?
Yep.
I'll hit him with another blast.
So that starts to spin out as you blast him with such force. That will be a miss. Though. That will
Then
be
I'm
a
going to
miss.
move. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Fair is fair.
25, 30. There we go.
Just-
Hi.
and then
Scooch.
suddenly the grasping vines come out from the ground and attack.
Alrighty. This one, I think, is going for the largest thing in its vicinity, which will grant it advantage, same as it does for you guys. So, sting! Oh no. That's not going to work.
It was too eager.
It didn't quite like put on the brakes soon enough, so it just went and then had to come back. Number 4 is going to chase Immortus around the tree. That hurt. Sting! Ooh.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Need a Constitution saving throw or you'll take 14 poison damage. That's a failure, so you take a total of 20 damage.
Hi, yi, yi.
Ouchie. Big sting. Amet, it's your go.
Ah, the mandibles do nothing!
So is he still like about tree level?
No, they've come.
Yeah, they've come down. You can hit them now. They've come down and have attacked, so you can hit them.
Met, assist, Sata's gonna yell, get Sterling. Because you have
Can I
like so
do
many
that?
options for advantage there.
Oh, over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, down.
I really
Oh,
wanted
really?
to climb a tree and jump on one of their backs and stab them.
Oh, you can
Oh,
absolutely do
please just stab them now.
that. You can just kick off the tree and bring your dagger down. Go ahead and make a roll. In fact, if you end up here, you'll have advantage doing it. And there's actually a tree here.
Yeah, you could do it on the other side, right
Wait,
there.
where?
Yeah.
Oh, over
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you just kick off the
Okay.
tree and come down with your dagger. Go ahead and give me an attack roll at advantage. Uh-huh. That'll do. Uh, 6 piercing. Don't forget your sneak attack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Freaking eviscerated.
There is no B.
You just it's
Your knife
Powder.
comes down and just separates its whole lower abdomen from its upper part of its thorax or whatever.
so there's another one down. Next up is Seda. I should say we're back to Seda.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot this one.
Fair. That'll hit.
Yay. And then
That'll finish it off.
I'm gonna shoot this one.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. You definitely hit it. Little phantom arrows slamming into it. Oh. So 7, 10, 14. Oh, that'll do it.
Oh, then
Just
1, 2,
annihilated.
3, 4, 5. Yeah.
That was a good sound.
How badly hurt you're okay? So you're bleeding a little bit probably. There might be
I
like
was-
an actual stinger stuck inside of you. Who knows?
Yeah. I've just been stung, but it's just, it hurts. Out of spit.
All right, Sterling, it's your go.
Well, I'm going to hit the thing that hit me.
That'll hit. Nice. All right, it's still hanging in there. Oops. Oh yeah, 15 will hit.
I could re-roll that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'll finish it off. Seda, as you're like looking at Immortus's wounds, your keen eyes catch sight of more coming from below you.
Ah, shit. We have to move. I'm just kind of like.
What, you mean
I
like the
don't know.
ground?
No, like now. Are they coming from like underground wasp nest?
Oh no! I mean that direction.
Okay. Okay,
Oh, okay.
south of us.
South, thank you.
I was like, oh God, please tell me we're not standing on them. That's horrifying.
That is scary.
How, I know Immortus, theatrically speaking, could be as hurt as you want him to be. Does he need assistance moving?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. As long as I mean, I'm not paralyzed or anything from the poison, am I?
Nope.
No, you haven't hit 0
No,
yet.
no.
So Sada's just kind of like gonna, we'll worry about it later, and like put a hand on the back, and we're gonna go this way now, and usher everyone on. There's more coming.
All right.
Oh, okay.
They may in fact. Oh fuck. Do we want to try? Oh, we have 4 bodies or 5 bodies right here. I could try and like do like a quick grab and grab one of their like scenty things off of them.
I don't think there's time for that.
Okay.
I can.
They've already seen us.
Like, I can like shout. Oh, they've already seen us. I thought they were just coming. I was like, I could shout
Yeah.
from a spot in the trees.
They're probably not hunting us by sight so much as sound and smell.
So that might work.
No, sound like smell, like that. What we smell like, plus the sound. So if you make a sound, but I don't know how smart they are. It might work.
It could. You want to give it a shot?
Well, it's worth a try.
Is it an action though? Because she's the fastest one of us. She'll be fine. We're gonna run.
Fair. So the rest of you start running. Amet stays behind to use thaumaturgy, right, to make a distraction.
Yeah.
And this is not the first time I've had someone do something like this, so this is going to be a saving throw for them. At, I believe since that's your racial ability, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It has either that one or the other one that you get has a saving throw, right? And it tells you what the saving throw is based on. And we'll use that save. Might not
It'd be
in
based
there.
on charisma. Her save will be based off her charisma score because that's what I think tieflings.
Tieflings, yeah. So what is your charisma modifier?
Let me see. 1.
Okay, so all right, that's a DC 12, but it's probably fine.
We got 1.
All
I
right,
just
one
want
is
to
still
make it a
chasing
3.
you. It's just like zoom straight for you guys. The others are going off in the direction of the sound that Amet made. So the question is, how do you want to deal with the one that is chasing you?
Do we want to continue and turn?
How far away is it?
Are we still in turn order? Do we want to just go according to turn, like a movement and whatever people want to do that way? Because that way it's.
Yep.
Because we're still technically in combat.
Since you're still technically in combat, yeah. Let me set that back up to the top of turn order, because Amet would have just gone to do that, distracted them, and now it's back to Seda.
So is this movement time now for everybody?
We can call it movement.
Yes. I don't. Which direction are we headed?
You guys are headed.
We're going deeper into the woods.
Sorry, let me
into
get
the
my pointer,
woods.
because that's not accurate. Where are you, pointer? There you are. You're going that way.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured.
Because that way is, as some of you may remember, where the actual hive is, which is probably why they were going that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. We just ran into some hunters. That's all. 30 feet that way. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go. Oops. I need to be able to move now. I'm gonna go here, and then I'm just gonna essentially. Wait. I'm gonna wait till I can shoot the damn thing. And let everyone go.
You got a longbow. You can shoot it right now.
Yeah, I do.
You can shoot it right
Cool.
now.
I wasn't sure how far away it was.
It's like 300 feet off the map, so that's like, what, 330 feet away from you? I'm pretty sure that's well within longbow range.
Longbows is like max. Is like, is it 300 to 600? Like, where's disadvantage at for a longbow though?
Above the smaller number is disadvantage, right?
I believe so. Longbow range 5e. Yes, it's within my. Long range is 600, so. I'm good. God, longbows are terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I shoot it. It's too far away for me to make it my Slayer's prey because it's too far away. So
Yeah.
it's just gonna get the regular this.
Yeah. Hit. Yep. You have a second attack.
I do.
Hit. All right. That'll be that one dead, and because the others are distracted, you have escaped the chase.
Yay!
So let's clear turn order.
Essentially, Sata's gonna be like, we're gonna move more now out of the pathway of this.
Mm-hmm. I'm right behind you.
So, essentially, what's gonna happen now? Sata's gonna we'll go move forward ahead of everybody, kind of like clear a path, like to show them where to go, then stop and turn around and wait, and then play that game because
Yeah.
bees.
Make sure. Fair. So I think after probably 10 minutes of like full tilt running for most of you, you guys eventually break through this like thin tree line you've been in to this like massive open field. At least it looks open on first glance. But as you guys stand there and observe for just a brief moment, you realize the field, it's not an open field. That is incredibly tall grass. That
What?
makes it from a distance look like an open field. The grass, from what you can see, is probably 5 to 6 feet tall. There's just an entire field of this huge grass. And it goes on for literal miles.
Is it too late to go home?
Yeah. It's late.
So what do you want to do?
So basically, Sterling's head will stick up out of the grass, and that's it.
Yeah, once you guys start getting into it.
This grass should cover us from the wasps, right? I'm just floating.
I was muted.
Oh no.
What is living in there is what I'm actually concerned about.
Well, let's,
Are we going into like
I mean,
giant snakes?
Well, only one way.
Giant evil plague rabbits?
Regular
Looks like any of the
size?
grass is moving, like oddly and not from the wind or something.
And it'll be hard to tell if there's any wind at all.
There's not really any wind right now.
That's good.
And just from a cursory glance, it doesn't look like any of the grass is moving, but most of it's too tall to see the grass behind it. So it's kind of a bit of a problem in and of itself.
And if it's that tall and it's standing up, it's very thick. It's very dense grass.
It does look to be, but you guys are still probably about 120 feet away from the like actual getting into the physical grass.
Oh boy. What did could just burn it all down.
That'd take a bit.
I'm just kidding.
Frederick,
It just got done raining. It won't burn very well.
while we go through this, I'll have Frederick over us so we can at least get a bird's eye view.
Yeah. Can I have a perception check with Frederick?
Sure.
If you don't have his stats, I should
Yeah,
really
he's a
do-
raven. Yeah, he's a raven, so I'm just gonna roll. How about that?
Yes, but I believe I can do this.
Then add to that whatever he's got.
Whoops.
Frederick,
Ignore that.
you faceless man.
I can give you complete control of this raven. In player's journal, that is Immortus. Controlled by Immortus. Name, if I spell this right, Frederick.
Frederick the bird.
Come on now. I gotta change it so it doesn't always roll advantage. There we
Frederick's
go.
always got advantage.
He's super good at what he does. What he does.
So
Oh, so bird-like.
in this instance, that would be +3 to whatever you rolled.
So 19 then.
19. Yeah. Frederick sort of surveys the open field. Again, not actually an open field, but it certainly looks like it from up there, because it's just tall grass. Now, are you looking through Frederick's eyes, or does Frederick come back in and inform you?
Are we in it yet?
No, you guys are still about 120 feet
Then
away. At
I'll
the edge of the
just,
tree
I'll
line.
just. Well, no. If we're not moving now, I'll look through his eyes.
I'm pretty sure you guys stopped, right?
Yeah, we stopped because
Okay.
I was trying to decide because we have to go through it, I think.
Yeah.
It is way too big to go around without taking a long time.
Yeah.
You look, so as you look through Frederick's eyes, you can see, for the most part, it's just this incredibly tall grass. But every once in a while, there are these patches that are like sort of indented in. They look to be probably maybe 5 feet wide and 15 to 20 feet tall, depending.
The indention tall.
Long. I meant
Deep.
long.
Long, okay.
deep.
I get words confused sometimes.
Yeah.
Don't we all? But yeah, it was about like 5 to 6 feet wide, 15 to 20 feet long,
Well, then I'll inform them. I was like, I'll say.
and there appear to be dozens of them spread throughout these miles and miles of this grass field.
There looks to be every so often indentions in the grass, like something was laying on top of the grass, maybe about 5 feet long,
Or wide.
wide, 5 feet wide, and 10, 15 feet long.
And Frederick get over one and look down.
Sure, yeah. Let's have Frederick. Don't tell him I said this, but he's expendable.
As Frederick just sort of looks at you.
I'm joking. We're on the same team, Frederick.
Yeah, so Frederick goes to the nearest one, swings over it, flies over it. Why did I say swings over it? I know why I said swings over it.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Frederick is my watch buddy. I spend all night talking to him.
How's Fred's hit points looking?
Let me see. Frederick has 1 hit point.
I think Frederick just got completely obliterated. Toast. Just feathers. I'm pretty sure you know when Frederick returns home, as it were.
Ooh.
What just happened?
I didn't. Did I see anything?
Yeah, well, you didn't see anything because you were looking through Frederick's eyes. Oh, yeah, you might have saw something. You were looking
Yeah.
through Frederick's eyes. Did we see anything?
We
You
down.
just saw a giant hand obliterate Frederick.
A giant hand.
Yeah.
I just saw like a blur of movement and maybe a hand, and that's it.
Oh, maybe
Frederick.
this is where the giant came from.
Yay.
I don't know. A giant would make a bigger indention than a 5 foot wide, wouldn't it?
What if it's laying there and the grass
Oh.
is just grown over it?
Oh, man, maybe.
How long does it take? Is Frederick dead? I'm sorry. And
Oh, I can summon him back. I just have to ask my my queen,
oh, okay.
just like we did for the horse.
All right. I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to do that, or how long does it take? A long time?
I think it takes 10 minutes. Let me see. Blah blah blah. Find familiar. No, it takes an hour.
Okay.
It'll be an hour.
Oh.
I have to. I'll have to. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate because it would have been nice to know where those
Well, now we
those
know that
intentions were,
they're.
because we need to
now we know
avoid
that-
them. Oh, I could just ride the horse.
Oh yeah, like
Someone's on Sterling's shoulders.
And yeah, I could just ride the horse so I could, see over the grass and direct us away from those things.
no, let's try it.
'Cause, I mean, might as well. And I mean, if you want to put a mat on your shoulders, Sterling, you could.
Sterling and Tantor have a look at each other for a long minute.
It's just miles and miles of grass.
Tall
This is
grass.
what it's like. This
And
is what
not
it's
the
like to be
smokable
a.
kind.
It's what it's like to be a Final Fantasy character, just walking along and then.
This isn't exactly representative of the distance you'll be traveling.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But yeah, so I'm on the horse because
Because if you remember at the right before the stream started, I was complaining about how blurry some of the selections were. Welcome to
Yeah.
the blurry selection.
Tantor is all right with it as long as you keep any spurs out of the deal.
I don't have spurs. I don't ride horses. Why would I have spurs on?
Sterling shrugged. What he said.
Okay, so I'll just try and keep an eye out and direct us away from it. We're gonna want to be quiet and move carefully. We're not gonna move stealthily because that slows us down. But we want to, But with I guess we can't game mechanic wise, you can't be quiet without being stealthy. So whatever, we need to be stealthy because we don't want to wake the sleeping giants.
Literally, for once.
Yeah.
So imagine each of these squares as a mile, but if we do get into combat, they'll become 5-foot squares. Sound good to everybody?
Okay.
So we're all
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
understanding. So I think.
I take my armor off.
I mean, you could. Would you want to do that?
Why are we taking? No, don't do that.
Because we're going to be quiet, and I jingle.
Frick. Hold
Well, I mean, I guess that's the question I should pose. Do we want to try and actually sneak? It'll make all of
Well-
us take twice as long, but we might avoid giant death.
We can also take a short rest, and I can summon. Can I summon the? Can I do the ritual during a short rest, or would that be 2 hours?
I mean, you wouldn't.
That's
really-
so.
because
You
it-
wouldn't be getting a short rest.
Yeah, you would not get the benefits of a short rest. No.
I mean, I still have a wasp stinger in my ass.
Okay, so do we want to take at the edge of this giant grass? Do we want to
Yeah.
take a
Right before you
short
guys head
break?
in.
Yeah. Eat some biscuits and maybe
Spend
patch
some
up
hit dice.
patch up this hole in the mortis's side.
Sure, if you guys want to do that. How are you going to do that if you're, or did I misunderstand? How are you going to do that
No,
if you're resummoning?
We're not. I'm not doing the ritual.
Okay, got it. Then yes, you can absolutely take a short rest.
I just want to go into this with spell slots and hit points.
Got it.
So yeah, we're actually on the edge of the grass. We're like, wait, we need, and Mortis is like, I'm like, yeah, okay, we need to patch you up.
Fair. Yeah, I imagine that he's like actively bleeding still, and he's like,
Right.
guys, like let's just take a breath, please.
Well, as the adrenaline starts to die down from our sprint through Wasp Country, the pain starts to set in from the poison.
Fair. I think.
Steve.
I think you guys can take a short rest without being accosted in any way.
Cool.
Don't forget you can use as many as half your hit dice on a short rest. If you feel you need more than that.
Does that round up or down? Because I got 5.
So I would be 2 as far as I understand.
Okay.
Did that sound like somebody was menacingly swirling glass in a, or swirling ice in a glass to anyone else? Okay, maybe not so menacingly, but
It might have been me. I was putting my hair up.
Yeah, it was you.
Okay.
I forget. Can you switch spells during a short rest?
No,
not long
Okay.
rest, as far as I'm aware.
you cannot. You're a paladin.
Fair enough. Okay, if
Uh,
we need to, I can find Steed again.
Aren't you on this steed? Isn't someone on the steed already?
Well, someone will be when we set out.
Mm-hmm. But you can only have one at a time, so I don't think you could, do it again for a second.
I just meant I have the spell slot back.
Oh, so you can bring it back if it dies. Got it. My bad. All right, so I think you guys start your journey into the tall grass. So let's... I believe the position of Seda puts them in place to be the scout. So let's have you roll a perception check, Seda, with this first mile of your journey. And that'll be the 17. As you guys travel this first mile, you circumnavigate, excuse me, the entire party around these, what you're presuming are giants. You work around one of them and then another, and you guys continue on to your second mile of the journey. Bop. So feel free to make another roll.
Dun dun dun.
I'm sure it's fine.
Oh
Again,
no.
You don't really seem to encounter any problems, because remember we'd already discussed that we're taking your passive perception.
Oh, that's
as
right.
well.
Unless I crit fail.
Yep, that was the agreement. So that's another uneventful mile. But let's have you do the next mile and see where that gets us.
Yay.
Hot diggity dog dang. So you see a number of things. You're not really sure what they are because you can't really see through the grass. Like sort of moving through the grass in your general direction, but you manage to take the group away and around
Just
them.
like, we're gonna go over here. I don't know what that is over there, but we're gonna leave it alone.
So we're gonna
I am
put you
imagine through a lot of this, Seda isn't telling anybody anything directly. They're just like going and left, just just
Right.
like
Fair.
low on the communications because we don't want to make noise.
Everyone's being quiet.
Alrighty, next mile. You're going forward, and you almost step into what you presume would be the range of another one of these giant creatures, and you start to go right around it. As you do, you find yourself face to face with a small tree, like trying its best to grow in this field of tall grass. But beyond being a potential landmark, not too interesting. Next mile.
Yeah, beyond being a potential landmark. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I have to mark it with either. So
It does just like
Right.
barely peek above the grass. Alrighty. Next mile is relatively uneventful. Way off in the distance, you see like a whole cluster of them, and you're like, I'm definitely not going that way.
this is a very nerve-wracking.
Oh, for sure. Because you're at the height with being on the back of the horse that you can see all of these things, and you're like, no, let's not go over there. I think
If even one woke fully up, that might it would
be a problem.
Yeah.
So for the mile after that, which is the 13 you just rolled, I think can we rearrange this party a little bit? maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like you'd probably be in the center or possibly at the front. But it's up to you.
Yeah.
I think it would be a line behind the damn horse.
Yeah. Maybe just a line.
Alrighty.
Single file line.
Then I believe should have asked to begin with. Sorry about that. What occurs here is a Met. You hear movement beside you, and suddenly there's a blur of movement as something springs out from the grass. I believe a 24 hits you, Amet.
No, they are snakes. I knew there were going to be snakes.
I was hoping it was going to be a bunny rabbit.
Giant one.
Yeah, it's a giant one. It starts to wrap around you. Bop.
Constrictor snake.
That's 14 bludgeoning damage, and I imagine you screaming out is what alerts the rest of the party.
Shh. No.
You're like, shh, and then you turn around and you're like, oh no. So, initiative, please, while I get the giant snake
Don't forget to click
token.
your token. Ooh, it's a bad initiative. Oof. Yikes.
Where is it? Where are you? Come on now. I think we're gonna have to just go with... Wow, these are a lot of snakes that aren't gonna work. You know, it blows my mind that they don't even just have like the default art in here for monsters from the like monster manual.
Yeah.
Whoop! Wait for it.
Oh, yeah, now we're talking.
Giant constrictor snake. That works. It means
good
it's
lord.
initiative. Initiative.
Hey, I'm the slowest this time.
All
It's
right.
okay. I
You're
gotta
on
make
a
up for.
horse.
I gotta make up for being the fastest last time. It's fine.
Immortis.
Question. All right, so I'm assuming there's gonna be like grapple checks that she's gonna have to make being constricted.
Something
the
in
Immortis-
Acrobatics on her end.
Can Immortus do anything to help her? Like just kind of grab the snake and try to, resist the pulling? Because I'm pretty sure my two other companions here have the death covered. Like a
It's
help
called
action.
an aid. Yeah, it's called the aid action.
Yeah.
Whether or not you can describe, it's up to the DM whether or not
Yeah.
you're what you can say how you're helping, kind of a thing.
Effectively, I will allow you to help if you tell me how you're helping.
I'm gonna wrap my hands around this big ass snake and pull against what it's trying to constrict. So I'm basically trying to pull it off.
Gotcha. So when it comes to Amet's turn, she will have an advantage, I believe, with the help action.
That's
Yeah.
what that means.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Just like, oh, come on, get the heck.
shit! Get the what the?
So it would be Amet's go.
I'm just imagining the size of the scales and like your hand literally being able to like wrap around the scale on the snake.
Yeah, it's a big ass snake. You gotta like wrap both arms to try and pull it off. It's it's literally huge. So what are you gonna do? Amet, would you like to attempt to escape? That would be an acrobatics check, which you get advantage on because Immortus is helping.
So, I am gonna try to escape, but I was just imagining like, nope, I'm comfortable. What am I clicking on?
Acrobatics, which you have advantage on because Mortis is helping.
I got this.
Yay for advantage.
Oh yeah. So
I did it.
He's like pulling, and it gives you the opportunity to just like slip out. And I would like to say that you just sort of maybe just hop out in like the space next to it. You just like wiggle out. Because I can control the snake, I can't also move you. It's on top. So like, just put yourself right here, as you just sort of push yourself out.
Where?
Right here. So you're next to it. Alrighty. Do you want to move or anything else?
Is there anything I can do to hurt this thing?
Nope, not this turn.
Yeah, not right now because you had to escape.
Oh. Then
But
no.
next time.
Well, unless I moved behind it.
You can move behind it and sort of start flanking it. That's absolutely an option. And then it is Sterling's turn.
Like, oh, thank you. And now it's time to smack.
I'm Sam, and welcome to the jam.
Hit.
I am also going to smite.
You know what? That seems fair.
I don't know. I feel like it might be overkill.
Well, an attempt was made. Good bludgeoning damage, though.
And
Second attack?
second attack.
Mm-hmm. Hit.
I can re-roll that.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
There we go.
Much better.
Hooray.
It is its turn, and it's not happy that you just did that. It's going to bite you.
Oh no.
No, it's not.
Yay! I'm just gonna peanut gallery. Yay! No.
Love it.
Oh hey, it's my turn.
It is your turn, Seda. Go ahead and what you doing?
Oh, I'm going to Slayer's Prey, bonus action, to do that extra sweet D6, because I'm like, murder you, snake! And I'm gonna shoot it.
Heck yeah. I heard it. There it is. That will hit. Alright.
And then I'm
I think as you're going to make your second shot, you see out of the corner of your eye to the left another one coming on you.
Shit.
Drop that right here.
Ah, fuck. Well, this one's already my Slayer's Prey, so shooting it again!
I do need to roll his initiative, though. That's a hit. Oh, that one looks like it's hurting. Dang.
13.
Much hurt.
13. So that's, yeah, like 13 and 13? No,
Somebody
13
wrote that
and
down.
16. Nice.
Alrighty. Yeah, that one
And
looks
then-
really worse for wear.
There's this. Santa literally like scurries over and like slides, and the rest. There's two. There's a second one.
You are on top of
Like-
a horse. Are you jumping off the horse?
Oh shit! It's gonna try and eat the horse. No, I'm on a horse. I forgot I was on a horse. Sorry.
The horse is just going to take you over near Sterling now.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we need to roll the horse's initiative,
I think
or
technically
is
the horse
or
acts
is
on
the
the
horse
same
gonna be on my
initiative.
initiative? Okay, yeah. Then yes, horse and I are just gonna move over here.
Yeah, so you're just like, nope. Alrighty. Interestingly enough, it got a 21 when it rolled initiative.
Oh, yay.
It was gonna chase you, but there's a Sterling in the way, so constrict. That's not gonna hit. It's not gonna hit at all. Alrighty, so that's it for that one's turn. Immortus.
All right. So there's two of them still up running in front of me.
Yep.
I am going to use a bonus action to cast Shillelagh. I can do that, right? Bonus action.
Is it a bonus action? I don't know.
Shillelagh is a bonus action.
Yes,
The
it
reason
is.
it's a bonus action is so you can do it and attack.
Heck yeah.
Which is what I'm about to do to this big ass snake right in front of me.
Bonk. I'm gonna cast Charm Person.
Nice.
Ah, shit, it's not a person. It's a snake. It's a snake.
That will be a hit. And I don't think anyone's ever going to live this moment down.
Bonk.
As you clobber it over the head with your staff and it dies.
It's just that simple.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
You want to move?
Next
or
time I'll
anything?
let you handle
Well, I mean,
it.
it's cool because like remember Shillelagh, like all the ghostly hands come around the staff and stuff. It's not a simple
Yeah.
bonk. Everyone knows.
Yeah. But if you want, there's a second one over there. You can have it. All yours.
Yeah, we'll let you.
You want to move or anything?
I'll let you guys have a turn. I don't want to take all the kills.
You staying where you are?
Yes.
All right,
this is
Amet. Amet's go then.
Let me see.
Don't
Kind of
forget,
sad.
you can bonus action dash if you'd like.
I'm kind of sad I don't have charm animal.
I've only had this staff. I mean, the skull. Just think, put the skull on the way back, all these monsters will be on our team.
Yay.
We'll have a army of wasps, giant snakes.
What is it you're doing, Amet?
Would I be able to make it here?
Yeah, because you can do the bonus action dash.
Yeah, you totally can.
But if you're looking to give advantage, you would want to go right below that right there.
Oh, okay. And then...
Well, I mean, whenever they step forward. I think.
And I think my ritual dagger would still have its thing.
From stab, you didn't? Did you stab the snake? Or is it? How long does it last? Like a day or?
Oh,
It says on it.
doesn't say.
It doesn't say on it?
Not when I mean, I made it shorter, but I feel like I would have put that in there.
I think it's only an hour, and you guys fought the.
Oh dang!
Yeah, it's been more than an hour.
Yeah, we've been
since you
traveling for a bit. Yeah.
You guys rested for an hour, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, whip out that rapier, stab. That's a hit. Heck yeah.
Should I change it to advantage, or does it matter?
I don't think you technically have advantage right now because of the weird square issue. Oh no, you do. You do.
How?
You do.
Okay.
Because you see where the snake's head is? Technically, it's a huge creature and is in both those spaces as well. Yep. So it would be at advantage if you wanted to try for that crit, if you wanted to.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, nope. So 7 piercing, and there is an ally within 5 feet of it, so you can go ahead and roll that sneak attack. Nice. Very cool. Sterling.
Gonna smack it.
You do not have advantage. It would be Seda that does. Man, that square is so weird for this thing. Hit.
And reroll.
Nice, nice. Ooh, much better.
Damn.
And attack number 2.
Hit.
Just do 15 damage again. You'll be fine. Oh.
Nope.
Alright. Very cool. Next up is Seda. Oops.
Hurrah! Alright, I'm gonna stickity stab it because I can't bonus action or, move away. I'd have to use my whole action for that, so.
And you have
Sword.
advantage.
I do. Stab.
Hit.
Stab.
And hit.
Well, that wasn't a
That was
swing.
the
That was
advantage, got
advantage.
it, yeah.
Yeah, because I forgot to toggle it. Achoo.
Nice.
And then I'm just gonna attack it again instead of moving my thingy over. Here, there's the toggle for advantage. Yay!
Hit.
Yep.
So that's your bonus action hit?
Yeah.
Do not
The
forget
bonus
your
action
extra
one.
attack.
And then my extra attack, which is one more swing.
Heck yeah. Do it. Slice them up. That's it.
That's the wrong one. That's the bow. That's the bow.
Oh, that is a bow.
My bad. I mean, it's the same. It's the same to hit. It's just a different weapon.
So just click on the short sword because it's the same.
Yeah, click on the.
And do that
10.
damage. 10. That'll finish it off. Just dice that thing up like it's
Step.
dinner.
I mean, it could be.
So now on either side of you guys, you have two of these massive snakes.
Snakes. That's rough.
Well,
Anyone
yeah.
want to?
At least they didn't have plague.
Yeah, that's true. They weren't plague snakes. That's
Yeah.
interesting. That they're
So,
not plague infected. And that
looking
the
at
They have a
Here.
burrow somewhere.
I'm sorry, Immortus, what was that?
we looking at lunch here, or
You could. Sterling, what did you say?
Maybe they have a burrow somewhere.
Oh, that's fair. But how did it not get filled with plague rain? Maybe the plague rain didn't come over here. Anyways, it's all stuff I don't know and can't answer. We could probably eat them. They're just giant snakes.
how long would it take to cut some meat up? Because I don't want to spend as much
Time
Where-
here.
Yeah, we're exposed to it. What do you think? Is it worth it?
I mean, it would be pretty easy to snake's pretty easy to cut up just to begin with. We can just take a ham slice of it.
Just go
right.
3 feet from the end of the tail, cut, and then flip it over your shoulder and walk away.
Yeah, it's fine. Just drag it behind you.
There's a horse.
Just tie it to the horse. And if anything tries to attack us, we can just cut it loose and they can eat the snake.
Oh, well, now we're talking.
Plans. They're coming into motion.
Yeah, I toss some rope and we tie up the snake. Probably the first one we killed, because I imagine it's less mushed in places.
It did not get batted by a giant hammer thing as often, no.
Yeah. So, essentially, because the way snakes have, like, their jaws are wider than, like, their body, like, loop the rope around, like, the head of the snake and just, like, use that as the anchor point to pull.
Fair is fair.
I could make some pretty cool shit out of these bones.
You could make giant bracelets out of the bones.
Make, like some pauldrons out of the skulls.
Daggers out of the ribs. Man, there's options.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I think they might be a bit too big for pauldrons. You might make a legitimate helmet out of their skull.
Oh, even better, yeah.
Just flip open just flip open the serpent skull.
Well, before
lady speaks
because
to
Seda is Seda, I'm gonna take the other one we're not taking, and effectively gosh, it'd take a lot of force to get those fangs to come out.
I can help.
Well, I might need Sterling to so Seda's like, all right, push here, and shows Sterling where to push, and like backs away because when you do that, some of the stuff that's in the fangs comes out, and I don't know what's in these ones, and then cut off them fangs. We're gonna have 2 fangs.
Nice.
Because
Alright.
Not much in the fangs.
Trophies.
They seem to not be poisonous. They are simply
That's-
constrictors.
that's good. But yeah, and then toss them to Immortus. Here you go.
Daggers.
Basically daggers.
I'll make a badass necklace. This and once the swelling goes down, I can pull this hornet thing out of my ass.
I thought we already did that.
We did. I'm just.
You keep the stinger.
I mean, yeah.
That stinger could make a cool goblet.
Oh, you think so?
Well, yeah, because it's hollow. Once you empty out all the gunk inside of it, it's just a chitinous cone.
Mm-hmm. I'm over here thinking it would make a great funnel, but okay.
I mean, it would make a good funnel too, or you could like make a horn out of it and blow into one side of it and like put holes on it and make music.
There are options, is the
Can
point.
communicate with the wasps next time you come across them.
It'll be fine.
I like to think. I like to think blowing through it sounds like a kazoo.
Let's set you guys back up in the appropriate order. Did you guys want to take a short rest to do that? Or did you want to take 10 minutes to do that?
I was basically just gonna
yeah, let's
do
take 10
quick and
minutes.
dirty, which is why I just took the fangs.
In the
Yeah.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right. Then let's have another perception check for the next mile.
Just from her, right? Or from everybody?
Yeah, just from
I mean,
Seda.
you guys
Okay.
could roll one if you wanted
I mean,
to. I
you
imagine,
could, but don't forget that those of you who are walking, except for Sterling, can't see over the grass. So,
Sterling can help them.
I mean, that's an option. You can see up ahead, maybe 2-3
Y'all
miles.
walking next to a snake corpse. Sorry, continue.
Maybe I'm gonna overstate this. Maybe just a few miles out, the edge of the massive field of incredibly tall grass. But as you're progressing through this time, you don't see anything for that mile.
Cool.
We're gonna have you roll one and jump ahead just a little bit. Do 3
Okey-dokey.
miles this time.
Bloop.
Alrighty. The closer you get to the edge of this field, you can see up ahead it just sort of abruptly ends.
That's strange. Is there a cliff?
You don't see a cliff because the way you're sitting on the horse, you can see maybe 50 feet past this abrupt ending, and it's just like a normal field, not this super tall grass.
Okay.
It's almost like something came through and scraped a line across.
Oh, that's not good.
Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Who knows? One more 3-mile stint. Let's see how this goes. It's probably fine.
Sterling sees everything. It's fine.
I'd like to imagine just as you're going down, Sterling steps on a field mouse. Oh, darn it! Well, rip that guy. And genuinely, the final roll, please.
And
I'll shoot you a
yeah.
little bit.
Oh no, there it is.
Okay, there it is. So
Waiting the whole time.
I think how this occurs is you guys break through the field of grass, and Sterling, you see past the horse this huge pit that Seda and the horse do not notice and start to step into the pit. Can I have
Horse stops. Horse stops.
The horse abruptly stops. Seda, give me a dexterity save to hang on. To catch yourself, I mean. Yeah, you manage to catch yourself, and you find yourself like holding onto the edge of a saddle, tilting over this huge pit. As you're tilted over this huge pit, you see 2 massive eyes snap open from inside the pit.
Oh no.
And you hear what sounds like rocks and dirt crunching as whatever this thing is starts to climb out.
Oh no. Is it literally
Or no?
giant.
Giant.
It's a big thing, whatever it is. I never know how to spell this. Oh no. It's gonna make me do it this way again. Ignore that guy.
The faceless blue man again.
Mysterious stranger.
He just keeps
Yes.
appearing. Just these 2 big eyes. As the movement shifts from inside, this massive creature leaps out at you and the
Ah, it's
horse
a bullet.
Seda. I believe it's
Initiatives?
yeah, please roll initiative, everyone. So it's your choice, Seda, and the horse. You must make your choice of a strength or a dexterity save. This reminds me, and I'm glad we're getting this out of the way because it could become super important later. I need to give you a horse to control.
Yep.
I believe that's described as a riding horse, right?
I think we actually call it a war horse, but
Let's see.
I think Find Steed says specifically.
I'll pull up the spell in question.
Yep. You can choose a warhorse, a pony, a camel, an elk, or a mastiff.
All right, warhorse it is.
Mastiff, mastiff, mastiff.
I mean, that would have been my choice, but
It would not be big enough.
not for you. That's fair. That
would
is
not be big
perfectly
enough.
fair.
But the rules say I could ride it.
This reminds me of the time that my druid transformed into a warhorse and kicked people. It was great. Kicked a beholder, actually.
Okay, so I get to choose the save, or is it a skill check?
It's a saving throw, but you get to choose if
Okay.
it's strength or dexterity.
Well, I'm gonna say dex because I'm better at it.
Oh, I should give you control of the horse before I continue on with what we're doing. One moment, please.
Oh no, I'm really
Edit.
good at those today. Yikes.
Once I give you control of the horse, you'll be able to rename it and everything. Sterling can be edited by Sterling. It should be in your document or your journal now.
Horse.
Yep, you should have a warhorse. Make your choice of a strength or dexterity save. That also is a failure, so you are both knocked prone.
Which makes sense. If the horse gets knocked prone, it's fair.
Be knocked prone and take.
Some damage. It's gonna hurt because it came up underneath us.
It's gonna hurt a lot.
It hurts a lot. That's probably gonna kill the horse.
Oh,
It's the way this is worded. It actually hits both of you.
Yep. That's what I said. It's probably gonna kill the horse.
Whoops, not 36d6. That's not right.
That's
It's a lot, but it's not that much. That is 31 damage. That is piercing and bludgeoning damage. So, ouch.
Yep, that hurts.
I think now's the time we get your horse out here and have it join the initiative because it did just get hit. I mean, the horse can always choose not to fight. That's up to you.
laden down with packs, so
Yeah. But my understanding of when I was reading the rule is it goes on your turn. It goes when you
Fair
go.
enough.
So, let's say it's here, and it is right next to Seda. They are both knocked prone. First up is Seda. No, it's not. I got to reorder the turns. Sorry.
I'm not first.
Immortis. Yeah, you see this massive, like, rocky hide creature
Just like shoot up from the ground.
from inside this huge pit.
I will strafe, and then I will cast Ray of Sickness on this fucker
Fair.
at a level 3 slot. Oops. Well, I rolled. Well, never mind.
Right past it. Wow. Solid attempt. Sterling.
well, horse tries to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Sterling is moving in to give Seda cover. So
Oh,
yes,
fair,
horse
fair.
spends getting up. Flail.
That'll hit.
Smite level 2.
That's fair. There you go. 16 bludgeoning, and the smite is... That's not its hit points. Why did I do that?
It's a 1.
It's a 1. I don't think you can reroll 1s on smite, sadly.
No, can't.
But that's still 26 damage. That's pretty good. And you got another attack.
Just turning off the spell.
Fair, fair. 10 to hit?
I got
No,
a
that's not
lucky
going to do it. I imagine it just sort of bonks off the rocky exterior of this creature.
Oh, okay.
Just boink, like nothing happens. Now it's Sada's
Bonk.
go.
Habonk. Okay, let's see.
I feel like you probably read about these, but this is the first time you've seen one.
I've never seen one.
Yeah, it's like, oh, no.
I never wanted to fight one of these. No, let's see. How often does it open its mouth? I'm just curious if I could throw something in there.
When it bites.
Yeah, nope, don't
Hold
want to do
action
that.
until it bites you.
Hold action until it tries to bite me, and then insert frost flask and run.
There's a
Okay,
choice.
let's.
Yeah, ice cream headache.
You're not gonna like
freeze.
this. It's a brain freeze. All right. Ouch. That hurt my ouchies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's that thing I have that I have never used, and this would be a perfect time to use it? It's this one, right? Let's see.
This is the teleport.
No, actually, this is a different one. Yes. Yes, this one. I'm going to use this spell.
Up to 1 minute, you move like one. Nice.
I'm super fast. So, and then like swords out, and then stab. Not that many stabs, but you know, I'm stabbing.
I mean,
I'm going
3
to try and
stabs
stab
is
it.
still a lot of stabs.
3 stabs. You're right. Is still a
Yeah.
lot of stabs. So-
I'm muting myself for a second. I can still hear everyone though, so I'll be right back.
Okay. That'll hit.
So this, and then 1d8 force damage. Bloop. 8.
I believe that's only on the one attack you give it yourself advantage on, right?
Let's see. Once before that, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn. That attack does. Oh, I didn't give myself advantage. Here, let me roll that sword again just to see if I critical.
Yeah, just in case. Ooh,
I did
mean,
not
it's
critical. I
better.
got really close.
Gosh, wow.
Wait,
But
what
that
did I-
is 15
Yeah, I
total
rolled a 9.
damage.
I rolled a 19. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so on one attack I can do that, which is pretty cool. And then I'm gonna stab it again because I can with my
Oh,
bonus actions. No, I just used my bonus actions. This is my second attack. Second
Yeah.
attack, go.
That'll miss though. Just clang on this rocky
And
hide.
that's fine. I'm going to literally just be like.
Just
That's
run
it.
away.
I'm gonna move away because I can. I move like the wind. I don't get an opportunity attack, so we don't get to attack me. 5, 10, 15,
No
20,
attacks
25,
for-
30. I've
from
got like
you.
60 feet of movement, but I don't want to get too far away from everybody. So I'll just go over
Certainly
here
not.
for now. That is the end of my turn.
All right. Next up is Amet.
Is all this grass difficult terrain?
Not really. It's actually surprisingly easy
Okay.
to step through.
Okay.
Like,
It's
you know
just
how like a lot of times grasses grows in patches? No, this is all like single stalks of grass. It's strange for sure, but it's easy to move through. What you doing? Amet. Amet?
Ahmed?
Did Amet get muted?
I don't know.
She's frozen in fear.
Give him a second, maybe?
Well, I think Sketch is on a phone, which I doubt helps the situation.
Nope.
Mm,
Hello.
Signs of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
You alright?
yes, alright.
Yeah, it's your go.
Where am I?
Right there. And there's a bullet in front of us.
A bullet.
So what's called a bullet?
It's a giant, hard-shelled, big-footed, shark-headed looking creature.
Most people I know call it a land shark.
Yep. But they're
Ugh.
gigantic. They're huge.
Land shark.
Also, I love the debate of is it bullet or boulet?
Boulet. Boulet bullet. Because of the way it moves through the ground. like a bullet.
Land
And
shot.
it hits you. And it hits you, and it hurts like a bullet.
Fair. That will hit. And you will get sneak attack because you have an ally within 5 feet.
It's like, what, 3d6? Is that where we're at now?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Nice.
Nice.
Alright, it's go.
Oh, no.
And it's going to make an attack against probably the best person for it to be attacking. That's a 9. Not advantage. Just
Sterling carries away.
Sterling literally just dodged a bullet. Its massive jaws just try to clamp down on you, and you just like turn to the side. Immortus.
Bonus action casting Hex on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Boop. And then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
Blast, blast, blast.
And I started blasting.
That's a hit.
Wow, I rolled a 1 on the original one. My first one.
Alrighty, next one.
Oh, look at me. Look at me go.
Oh, heck yeah. Blast it. 13. Or 12, sorry. 18 total. Very nice.
Yes, so the blast whizzed through the grass, hitting this big-ass land shark.
I can picture like the force of your Eldritch Blast just shreds a line of grass that stays standing for a second and then just falls over. Sterling, it's your go.
Yep.
Horse uses disengage.
Yeah. Run, horsey, run.
I can't actually move the token.
Oh, right, because
I can't move it either.
by Sterling save. Yeah, that's because it wasn't like dragged from the horse that I gave you control of. Well, 20's not that smart, I'm afraid.
Horse disengages, backs up a bit, and he'll wait for the moment.
Fair.
Sterling makes an attack.
Bonk, that'll miss.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, they got much armor. That'll hit though. Oh dang!
Bonk.
Just that'll be the finishing blow. That wasn't too bad.
Everybody more startled than anything.
Yeah.
Ow.
I mean, there's a reason why they call that ability Deadly Leap.
Yep.
6d6 plus 8 damage is a lot.
Yes, it is. So much damages.
But you're alive.
Yep. Ouch.
Is everyone all right?
Oh, and there's a massive pit right there.
That's fine. That was brisk. That's definitely what ends the grass then, right?
Yeah, the grass ends
the bullet
there.
line. Yeah.
The bullet line. You look sort of to your left and your right, and you see that in either direction the grass goes a little bit further than the pit, but then also stops.
Okay.
But
Strange.
you look down into this pit. Give me a perception check. Anybody who would like to peer into the pit. Also remind me.
Down a hole, yeah.
Seda, do you have dark vision? I think you do, right?
I do.
Immortus does not, I'm afraid. So, Immortus, you're peering into darkness. Huh. I can see shapes there. I don't know what they are. Maybe that's a rock.
Oh no, not a rock.
Laugh it up, guys. I'm going to get the magic darkness that only I can see through next time, and then... Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll turn the tables on... You'll stop laughing then.
Seda, as you're peering into the darkness, you see shapes that look like they might have been buildings at one point, but they've now collapsed into this huge hole. This is effectively a full-on sinkhole. And there's like 3 or 4 buildings down there that have mostly... They're surprisingly intact, but still very damaged. And around them, you see the movement of 3, 4, 10,
More
15. Well, I mean, you do have dark vision, so you do see that there's like at least 16 boulets down there, or bullets.
Oh my god, it's
So
a nest.
don't go in the hole.
Okay, we're going to go around the hole. Don't even say why. We're just going around the hole.
I know why. It's because it's dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yes. I'm gonna walk over to the horse, pat it on the side, and just kind of like flop myself back on top of it.
So, ugh. Ow. So your journey continues.
I'm one giant bruise now.
Yeah, really. I think you guys are going west, but I keep forgetting. So, you guys continue towards where you've been told the city is. It's been maybe 3 days since you left. Since you left the pass, I'm sorry. It's been a full week since you left. The 3 days since you left the pass, though, have been particularly eventful. You eventually find yourselves standing at the cusp of a hill, sort of just looking outward across the full range of what you have to see. It is like sort of this hilly terrain, and way off in the distance you can see what looks like the silhouette of dozens of tall buildings.
Oh, hey, that's good. We're not lost.
So
I
once
guess
you
that's the city, right?
Yeah.
once you get there, you know where you got to go. But that looks quite a ways away. And as you survey the landscape, you see the occasional, just like small ruined hut. You see other buildings just sort of scattered about. Like, you know, you guys have mostly all your lives lived in a all your lives you've lived in a walled village. So it does seem strange that out in the middle of nowhere there's just a building there and a building there and over there. It's a little weird.
Is this swampland, marshlands? What are we looking at?
It's mostly just sort of hills. It's like
Okay.
hills and open plains and hills and open plains. So if you guys are looking straight on to your left, which is the same direction the hive would have been, you do see more of that forest as it kind of wraps around towards the mountains over there.
Okay.
But that's not really where you need to go. So,
Can I roll like a nature check on a bullet? Or
sure.
like, what would that?
It would be
Arcana?
no, it would be nature because
Okay.
they are monstrosities, but they are natural creatures. So,
I just want to know how far they roam from their nests.
usually because they're typically creatures that live in caverns and stuff, they roam an entire cave system. But since you did meet that one up top, you'd probably guess from your knowledge of the bullets, they probably roam maybe 10 to 15 miles.
Okay.
And
I
when
just
they
want to
get
keep that in mind while we're traveling.
desperate or hungry, they'll go further, right? As most creatures will. But also, just to sort of finally cap this off, as you're looking off into the distance, you see a number of those gross clouds of plague just emanating from one creature or another. You can see off to your right, by the base of the mountains over there, what looks like a centaur collapsed against the mountain, spewing this smoke. But what takes you most... it takes you back the most is way off in the distance by the city. You can see a humanoid creature that's at least 30 feet tall, just wandering the landscape, spewing this crimson smoke from its mouth.
Sada's just gonna like sit there on the horsey and like kind of like just sigh deeply. Okay. There's a lot of awful ahead of us. I would probably recommend us stopping at the weird little huts along the way, because at least then we know there was enough stability, hopefully, to maybe rest, make those like our ping pong points, instead of just trudging forward on through this, so that way there's like some form of shelter Because
Yeah,
it's just
fair enough.
rolling flat, nothing or nonsense. No trees really to hide in or build a shelter in.
Do we see any remains of roads or anything like that?
I mean, very faintly, especially between some of the smaller buildings, you can see
Yeah.
the roads, but they're like largely grown over.
There is a huge, like it's bigger than any of the giants we've seen. Like, Sata's gonna like lean down and like point there, like
I
look,
see it.
like describe where the creature is. That exists. So that's great.
Certainly exists.
So it's probably why we don't want to go to the city. We're just going to be walking closer and closer, and we're going to be obvious to anything that's looking, because there's nowhere to really hide.
All right, well, let's roll out then.
Yep.
Well, it is reaching evening, so I guess the question is, do you want to sort of try and find a place among these little hills to sort of nestle yourselves and cover up a bit?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo to the nearest little tiny hut, or are they all too far away?
Yeah, there aren't any close enough that you'd be able to make
Okay.
before nightfall.
So then I just need to find a nice
I just
little
had this
hill.
image of all of you, like, sort of clustered between, like, two little hills, backs against each other, covered with this this camouflage tarp.
The tarp. You know, it had crossed my mind. So, bloop. There we go. Wow. Thanks, survival. I think, wait, hold on a second. Yep.
I'd say survival to find a place to rest. You
Yeah.
absolutely find one. It's not even that far away from where you guys were having this conversation. It looks like the den, now definitely abandoned. I want to make that clear. It is clearly abandoned. Den of some creature, probably a bear. Some other similar sized creature that you guys can rest in for the night.
Hey, look at that. Oh, that's nice that those still exist. I didn't think I'd find one.
I'm going to start my hour-long ritual to summon Frederick Raven.
Yes, we
Say to
fill
Go
in
ahead.
stuff the map or atlas.
Fair.
Oh yeah. Atlas time. Let's see. I am going to do this.
Okay.
And just
Let's read this.
plant that around us.
Like at the entrance or outside the entrance?
At the entrance.
Fair.
Like, you know, to kind of like a little, like it's a little sticks, little fence, little
yeah.
fence of
I mean,
arrows.
plus to be fair, you don't want something walking past the entrance but not even knowing it's there to suddenly know it's there because you shot it with a bunch of arrows.
Yeah, basically.
So that's totally fair. Yeah.
I designate my friends as A-okay.
Nice.
So Seda like pulls out 4 arrows and like starts like whisper mumbling and probably what languages do I know? Hold on. Celestial, because that sounds like fun. In a pretty language, similar to Latin, I'd imagine, or maybe Gaelic, depends. And just kind of sits there with those arrows and like lays them out in like a star pattern from in front of them and like runs like their hand down each one and then like pokes the little arrow tip like into a finger and then like sticks them in the ground, you know, and that's the ritual. It's cast.
Fantastic.
Amortius stands very still with his incense burning and mutters to himself in abyssal for a full hour.
Oh, jeez.
Completely still. Until at the end where he just looks up and
yeah.
just looks up and raises his arm, and the raven flies in and perches on it.
He gets shot with an arrow.
Too bad. Oopsie.
Well, I mean, technically it appears above you and flies down, so doesn't actually come in through the entrance.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
This is a little bit of a clarification there. So
Frederick, we're back.
I think as you guys bed down for the evening, we'll be wrapping up in just a moment here. But whoever's on first watch is gonna have something happen first, just before we wrap up. So who's first watch? I think if we've had the previous discussion, it's not Immortus.
Yeah, we usually let Immortus have last watch, just because he's like the full caster of the group. That's at least how I think. Like, he gets some full night's sleep, so he gets his spells back, kind of thing.
So 100% not because he can't see at night.
Yeah, it's not really how warlocks work.
Yeah, but
you know.
But hey, I get a nice long sleep, so I'm not going to correct anybody.
So.
Historically speaking, it's either Seda or
Amet that's usually first, if I remember right.
Well, no, it's Amet usually was dead of night because of night vision. It's either Seda or Sterling. You can go first. So we're gonna roll off Sterling.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll roll initiative. Whoever gets highest is. Wait, we're rolling for high a win or low a win? Just roll a d20.
Just roll a d20.
Roll a d20.
Whoever gets highest goes. That's what I'm gonna call.
Okay. Boom. Congratulations, Sterling. Have a good first watch.
No, it's fine. So I mean, I think it's fine. Sterling, you're sort of sitting, I imagine, on the other side of the cordon of arrows, maybe like 10 feet into this little den, watching out. There's this sort of chill that goes down your spine as you feel the air itself in the entire in the whole region, like the little cave you're in, just seems like the temperature drops, and there's almost a scraping sound above on the hill, and then there's this inky black tentacle that swings down and then floats further away, and you can see a massive 20-foot tall version of one of those creatures that you keep seeing from the plague.
Just the little tiny ones?
Yeah, but about 20 feet tall, floating off towards the city.
Sterling will be absolutely still and not move.
That's fair. As you just watch this
Please
thing...
don't see me. Please don't see me.
float off towards the city.
And be very glad his armor is not shiny.
You watch it, I imagine, until it fades into the distance out of sight. The question is, do you tell anyone, or do you let them sleep?
I'm gonna let them sleep. I'm gonna tell everybody in the morning.
That feels fair. We can talk about this terrifying thing I just saw tomorrow. It's probably fine. I mean, it's definitely fine. Who would think it wasn't fine? It's just an inky black squid monster that at some point lived inside someone. Gross. Alrighty. So it's been a great time. I think I really enjoyed the bridge talk.
Yeah, problem solving. Group problem solving.
No joke. Last night, before when I was doing the last minute preparation to make sure I had everything set up, I was like, I know they're gonna find a way to just cross this thing. Some way I haven't thought of, and it's like, oh, the ice flasks. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. It just didn't dawn on me.
You messed up because I thought oh, it's so smart of him to give us ice flasks way back then. That if we saved to this point, it would be the secret to get across. This guy plans well in advance.
Well, I mean, also like it's in that point
If
though, like
only.
using the ice flasks is like those are useful in combat, but we just used them to problem solve. So you still
Yeah.
used resources, and because
Absolutely.
hit points and items are resources, and we still used a resource.
I mean,
so.
to be fair,
And we used a lot of rope too.
oh yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, it was a lot better than diving headlong into a wasp hive.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
I think we're gonna go ahead and raid something pretty. She's working on art as she usually does.
It was fun, everyone.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a great
And let
time.
us go into the night with the sound of Starling's internal screaming.
Internally, that's
Fair. Fair.
Yeah, internal. It's very important.
vibrating with terror.
Vibrate. Yep. Vibrating with terror.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping in. I'm relatively certain I'm going to be back on Thursday with more Torchlight 3 with Mama Ixar. And then Friday, I believe we're finally back with Space Junk. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Being robots in space is a great time, and
Adventures
I've missed
await.
it. I've missed it very much. So hopefully all goes well, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping in, and we'll catch you next time.
All right,
Hey, everybody.
bye.